Dude, saw Journey in like 84 in Daytona Beach. Place was crawling with chicks. I gotta go. And then one of the State Farm, right? State Farm commercial.
Who'd you do with $1 million?
Two chicks at the same time. Yeah. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Episode 18 of the next Wonder World podcast. We forgot the name for a moment.
Wonder What's Next podcast.
Wonder what's next. Gee, I wonder, are you gonna show me what's coming up? Man, I don't really know yet. We should do an entire episode of just us fucking making up songs and make people want to kill themselves.
I was over here kicking because we're in tall seats here, these tall chairs.
Yeah.
Over here kicking my feet. I feel like a child. I'm so glad no one can see my feet right now because I look like I'm a little kid.
Oh, I set up a secret upskirt cam under here that I'm going to put on YouTube
they
later.
Can see where I can I rip my pants
you ripped
earlier.
your shorts.
Yeah.
As soon as we sat down, Cody just stops and looks at me and goes, I ripped my shorts. Like, all right, man. That'll fucking happen to people sometimes.
Happens. You know, getting in the seat, I was like, I just ripped my shorts.
Yeah,
it
well,
just happened.
It's kind of tough out there for a big
pimp
guy. Episode 18. We were off last week. I had to recover after a lot of travel, and I spent my Saturday doing dick. So I was just fucking chilling. I think I was in bed by 8 o'clock last weekend. So yeah, this will be the third YouTube video, which is exciting. We're getting our name out there, trying to meet some people. I don't know why I kind of went church lady / like fucking country psycho. That was a weird
set. I don't know what that was.
I don't know, but I kind of want to record it. Oh wait, I already am. Yes.
Got him.
Got him. Holy shit. So we have not spoken
No, we have not.
in 2 weeks. I didn't miss you at all, I'm not going to lie.
Good to know. I missed you. Just so you know.
Oh, is this awkward now?
Yeah, it's awkward.
Oh. Well, that sucks. So, yeah.
Fuck me then, huh, right?
I guess so.
All right.
Fuck me running. Yeah, so it's been a busy few weeks getting caught up here. We were just talking before we started recording about the fact that my mind is very fight-focused right now.
Mm-hmm.
I saw this new show the other night on Fox Sports 1 called UFC Fight Flashback. So it's... Yes, that was it. Just and there were like two bulb flashes and a guy punching another guy, and then that was the show. The rest was 29 minutes of advertising. Just fucking bounty, the quilted
Monster.
Quicker. Yeah. Oh yeah. If it were UFC, yeah, it'd be Monster, Skull, Smith and Wesson. What else? Trojan, because those guys like to fuck each other.
Hey, use protection. Be smart.
That's right, buddy. No, so the show is dope as shit. It's they went back through the Cody Garbrandt Dominic Cruz fight from I don't know 2-3 months ago. Something. Cody won the title, and man, I watched that fight and Cody dominated, but I didn't realize like the level to which he just worked Dominic Cruz. And the show did a good job of showing that. But the show is fucking awesome. That like they give you. So they kind of lay out, you know, typically what a fight highlight show would do. It's like, all right, here's some shit that happened before the fight. The guy's training, blah, blah, blah. It's very small amounts of that. It's mostly focused on just the fight. So they do a little bit of the, you know, kind of pre-fight stuff, but it really just starts with the fight. And there are all these camera angles that you've never seen before and like sound clips you've never heard.
Are you saying like... You've never seen him, like, period, or it was just, like, maybe a different angle of the fight that you didn't see because during the live broadcast, they cut to a different camera. Like, I was, like, I'm making sure it's not, like, now this one is, like...
underneath the octagon.
There you go.
Yeah.
Or, like, at their feet, like, or up above them, straight down, like,
not broadcast camera shots.
Yeah, because they're probably, you know, because they're recording every single camera. It's just, like,
well, no. These are, like, the UFC's people. This isn't.
Oh, so they didn't even. So, but I bet they could if they wanted to. But it's not necessarily.
They're just not
only
fed
the
out to the
broadcast
truck.
feed.
They're like the documentary cameras, basically, if you want to call it that.
Okay, so they probably could if they want to use the broadcast feeds because they should be recording.
They'd use some of it
if they wanted to.
They'll use some wide-angle shots of the crowd and some shots of Rogan and Goldberg and all that shit. Which was another cool thing is Mike Goldberg was still on that, so it was good to hear his voice. But yeah, so it's like, cameras down in the corner during breaks, and then like, they had a couple camera angles that, before the fight kicks off, when the two guys are in the ring and Michael Buffer's, it's time, like stuff you'd never see on the broadcast. That was dope. But it's just the way they set it up. Like they do all these awesome fucking cuts, and the way they overlay some of the audio of the guys talking, it super gets you hyped up for the fight. Probably the music
and stuff. Any kind of like super cut of something.
Yeah. Like
I remember back in the day when before football games and stuff like that. That would be the thing to watch. Like there's those highlight videos. Because you're like, now I want to go out and fucking hit somebody. Let's go.
Yeah, but it was badass because the fight angle during the broadcast is always above the cage.
Well, yeah, because they're up on their little stools.
Yeah, this was all like cage side angles. So you get to see the fight from a completely different point of view. And, I mean, I don't know that much about fighting, but I got to see shit that I normally wouldn't see. Like, you see angles and, like, the guys using technique and different stuff that you miss with that high view. Mm-hmm. It was fucking awesome. I want them to make, like, 1,000 more of those. Because I was just like...
You said that recorded, didn't you?
No, no, I need to. I'm about to be finished with Dish.
Yeah.
As of, 2 weeks from now or something? So, yeah. I'll be going to PSView, which I'd still be able to record it on there.
How you liking that?
Well, I did my demo a while back.
You can do a demo of it?
Yeah, you can do a trial.
I didn't know that.
5-day trial. I did a trial just to make sure I liked the interface and everything, and I fucking loved it. So I'll start it on July, I believe 25th is when, because I think my Dish contract's up on the 26th, so I'll start my PSView officially on the 25th, and yeah, I'm fucking pumped because it's cool as shit, and it's way cooler with the PlayStation controller. There are a bunch more buttons basically than with like the Apple TV remote or anything else, which is weird, that because you kind of you're used to using a PlayStation controller, but not for TV.
I don't know. I've been watching Netflix and stuff in the living room with my PlayStation since my dog chewed up my remote to my smart TV.
Oh, yeah.
So I have to order another one, but I don't care because it's like both my TVs are smart TVs. So, and I got an Apple TV and a PlayStation. So honestly, I don't even use the smart TV functions. I just use the Apple TV and the PlayStation.
Yeah.
So I'm using my PlayStation controller for watching Netflix and stuff like that when I'm in my living room.
Yeah.
So.
Well, yeah.
I'm used to that. I like the interface better on my PlayStation than I do on my Apple TV.
Yes, I would have to agree with that. Although I do like the new updates to Apple TV, and I do love my because I've got that newest version. Mm-hmm. The remote on that is dope. But yeah, it's what's fascinating is Dish just did an update, and they're literally trying to make their OS, I guess, their interface look just like PlayStation View, and it sucks dick. It's horrible.
That's the problem with stuff like that, trying to be like everyone else. The problem is they don't. Things like internet service providers and any kind of one in telecommunications are always late to the party.
Yeah,
they never want to innovate because when they innovate, that means that they have to change.
They have to fucking invest in something.
Yeah, they have to invest in their products and increase it. And they don't do that until someone else joins the market with something new, and then they start to lose business. Like we didn't get faster internet until Amazon started introducing that gigabit internet. Now slowly, internet providers are starting to increase their speeds, which is still not as widespread in our country, which would be great, but it's not.
Yeah. Yeah, there's still plenty of areas where, like my father-in-law down in South Texas, he still uses a 4G LTE hotspot for his fucking internet.
Because it's probably faster
with unlimited. Yeah, because it's 30 megs, which is good off a hotspot.
Yeah, it's probably faster than his...
he can get, I think, dial-up at his house because he's out in the boonies. Mm-hmm. So... that's what, Google and Facebook are going to send up their fucking satellites and do free internet, which all that means is that you can't, they're probably going to limit VPN use and shit so that they can just watch everything you're doing. Google's not like that. I could see Facebook doing that for sure.
I don't care. They can look at my stuff.
Yeah.
You can just see nothing but tons of pornography.
Yes.
I don't even care.
Right.
I jerk off. Enjoy. You probably watched it too. You're probably gonna be like, "Oh, that guy watches that stuff too." And we got something in common. We can be friends.
Maybe we can watch it together.
Maybe
totally not weird.
Maybe I can get friends now if they just see my porn addiction and they go, "You know what? That guy has a problem."
Well, you could probably get on a meetup and get into a group that likes the same porn.
Do you not want to be in a group of like? Hey, let's
jump on what's that fucking site? Snapchat's the most popular one.
We watch porn together.
No, there's like similar interest groups of chat rooms. I think it's Kick.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, get on there and find a group that likes fucking whatever. I don't know. What are you into? Powdered sugar porn? I'm not sure.
like where you
just jelly donut on the tits.
Just because I'm fat doesn't mean I like that. I'm not actually.
Dude, okay, so
I'm not into food.
That's
porn.
coming from me because I saw a box of donuts at the car. I took my car in for a little bit of work today, and there was there were all these donuts, and my diet damn sure doesn't allow any fucking donuts. But so I texted my wife and I was like, my next cheat meal, some badass like hot fresh, fucking maple glazed donut. Because there are very few things that can fuck with a really good donut. So I've just had donuts on my mind all day. I just wanted to take it out on you.
Sounds like you were saying because I'm a fat guy, I like food porn, but I don't like food porn. It's just making a mess everywhere and doesn't look hot.
Whipped cream porn. Pretty great. But not with a guy. Like, not when there's a guy there, because then it's just fucking sloppy.
Put whipped cream
like
on
with the
dick?
girl just playing with herself. Yeah, that's good stuff.
I don't care.
Okay.
I want to watch some. I want to watch some bitches getting railed. I like that. Who doesn't? I mean, I guess
who the fuck says railed?
Me? I don't know.
You don't get railed?
Yeah, whenever it's pornography, it's railed. Whenever you're making love, you're making love.
Weird. Mm-hmm. Yes. To all you 5'6", 120-pound male viewers out there that like to wrestle, that was for you. I'm just gonna keep throwing dirt on you for some reason.
I don't know. That's whatever, man.
I don't know. Whatever. I didn't miss you. You like food porn. You're gay for some reason.
You want me to have sex with short dudes?
Yeah, why short dudes?
Short, tiny dudes too.
120 pounds, really small.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. That's a little person.
I was gay,
although I was at one point 5'11", 135, so not that small. I was pretty skinny.
I'm guessing if I was gay, that'd probably be it. I don't think I would want to be with someone bigger than me. I wouldn't be
there's got to be a clear order to things in that relationship, right?
Yeah.
What does it say about me that when I see a gay or a lesbian couple and they look alike, it fucking freaks me out?
Because you don't know who's, I guess, the dominant one in
there?
maybe?
Well, I don't think I care about that. It's just I see couples sometimes.
They look the same, so you're like, are you trying to fuck yourself?
Exactly.
I don't want to fuck myself.
No.
I'm not happy with myself. If I was happy with myself.
Hairy. If I'm fucking a dude, he's going to be like powder. Just bald as hell. His body just so bald. He'd fucking electrocute me and shit. That'd be fun, man.
What? What?
Yeah, Powder. Remember Powder? He brought in all the lightning. Did you never see the movie?
What are you talking about?
Powder. That's what he's hairless.
I have no clue what you're talking about.
You've never seen the movie Powder?
No. All I'm wondering is, you threw me off with the electrocution thing. I was like, man, is Adam into BDSM stuff with some electrocution shit?
I can't believe you've never seen that fucking movie.
No.
Wow.
I never even heard of that.
Jesus Christ. That's, wow. I don't even know where to go from there.
Who was in it?
Sean Patrick Flannery.
What? Really?
Yeah.
Here, Powder?
Hang on a sec. You've never seen the movie Powder?
No, I haven't even heard of it.
I don't understand. Well, so then what did you think the joke was?
I thought like powdered donuts. Like I thought like that's...
No, man, it's Powder.
And then you said electricity. I was like, okay, so Adam likes weird stuff. Like Adam wants his like balls like shocked while he's having,
James Bond fantasy. No, dude, he's like this.
I just imagine Laura has you tied up in the bed and she's got like a little battery over there. It's like,
listen, if there's anything I'm not into, it's having someone else dominate me. I can assure you of that. Like, If there's one thing about my personality, it's that I'm fucking in charge. Okay?
I know.
So,
but maybe sometimes people with dominant personalities like to, on occasion, be dominated themselves.
I like to lose control. Okay, so he's like this super gifted. He's like a super genius, basically, but he's also got superpowers. He's incredibly sweet. This family, I think, takes him in. I haven't seen the movie in at least fucking 15 years. But, dude, you've got to watch this movie. Yes. I cannot believe you never saw this movie. He's running, at the end of the movie, he's running with his shirt open. And
I see the picture. He's like this.
Yes. Oh, my God, man. You have to watch this movie.
This picture here on the Wikipedia page looks like it's from Natural Born Killers.
Kind of does have that vibe. Came out a little later than that movie. But
Sean Patrick Flannery is in it. And that's
who was also in Boondock Saints, one of the greatest movies ever made. Yes. Dude, I'm telling you, like, find it on whichever medium you need to and watch it. It's a really good movie. Turn off your volume there.
It is already off.
Okay.
Thank you, Dad.
Yes, you've got to watch that movie. It's fantastic.
I'm gonna turn this on for a second while we're still talking.
I want my next boyfriend to be as smooth and silky as he was. Because he was like, baby bald in that movie.
He is
head to toe.
He is nothing left there.
Yeah.
And he is super fucking white.
Oh, yeah. Hyper albino. He's got to wear like shades and a big hat and coat everywhere he goes.
Do you think he lives someplace? I would figure if you have like something like that, you need to live someplace cold. Like you couldn't live in Texas like that because it'd be hot and sweaty.
I want to say maybe the movie took place in Texas.
Really?
I'm fairly certain it's in the South because I think I remember people that were mean to him having Southern accents.
Get out of here, boy. Holy shit. It was, holy crap.
Yeah, it's a good cast. So yeah, you should give it a look, man. It's a pretty good one.
He kind of looks like the scenes in kind of like The Invisible Man and
Hollow Man?
Yeah.
Is that what you're trying to say? Yeah. When he wraps the shit around his face?
Well, there was also the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen whenever the invisible guy would put white paint on so people can see him.
Yeah, he does look a bit like that. Yeah.
That's what he looks like.
So he can like control physics. He's got, I think, telekinetic powers. He can like harness electricity in some way. Oh yeah, he brings the deer back to life. So yeah, the movie's really interesting. I actually wouldn't mind going back. Oh yeah, he makes the guy feel the pain of the deer. That's right. Yeah. Fucking good movie. You should check it out.
This is creepy looking as fuck.
Yeah. Can you imagine the fucking makeup job this took to get him that white for every shot?
In
1995?
But it wouldn't be nearly as bad as some of the makeup stuff now, like some of the prosthesis and stuff they had to do.
Like Dave Bautista stuff in Guardians.
Yeah, spending hours before shoots just to get ready for it. Like, I don't know if I could do that. I don't know if I'd want to do that. Like, hi, we're going to begin shooting at fucking
10 a.m. You need to be here at 2 a.m. for makeup.
Yeah.
Here's $5 million. That's how that conversation goes.
Jesus Christ.
Unless you're one of the extras who still has to do that and you're getting paid like $40 an hour. Look, I'm going to make it someday. And a lot of those extras make it.
There's some people that's all they want to do. Like they make good money just being extras.
So. Yeah, they get a couple lines, get a SAG credit, get some insurance. Fucking call it a day, buddy.
Yeah.
That's the way to do it. Don't do it. Okay, so we were talking about fighting being on my mind.
All right.
I'm fucking heartbroken.
Why?
Well,
is the Cowboy Fight Night going down? And that's the only reason why you'd be heartbroken. Yeah. As if 213. Let me guess, the guy couldn't make weight.
No, he got hurt. Cowboy is sick.
Ah.
He has a fucking infection in his blood.
That's what he gets for partying.
He was hospitalized. Yeah, well.
Being cowboy.
Yeah, for being on those nasty ass lakes. But he was hospitalized for a while, and he's all fucked up in the game right now. So yeah, the fight is postponed, not canceled.
But it's not gonna be at 213.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is July 8th. So now
214? Or is that still too soon?
I don't know when 214 is. Sometime mid-August or something. But so the card now is Amanda Nunes versus Valentina Shevchenko. Her name is hard to say, which is a fucking great fight. Like, I would still want to watch that. Okay, Yoel Romero and Robert Whittaker, awesome fight. Definitely want to see that. Outside of that, like, Verdum Overeem, no thanks. Pettis and Miller, Travis Brown, don't give a fuck about you. Like, none of these fights outside of that, I can't justify spending $60 to watch this anymore. Because those 3 fights, plus a couple of these undercard fights, would have been great, but...
Not anymore.
Man, I don't know. It fucking sucks.
Let's just save our money for the McGregor Mayweather fight, which is going to be the biggest fight in history.
Yes.
Without a doubt, they are going to make so much goddamn money.
I almost thought to myself the other day that it might pull, not as close, but it might pull Super Bowl-esque numbers.
Yeah. I mean, it won't pull. Yeah, you're right. It won't pull. Well,
I mean, if they get 500 million views...
I don't know, man. Like, are you talking just like U.S. views or worldwide?
Worldwide. That's what I'm saying.
I think it may pull more because, I mean...
the Super Bowl gets well over 1 billion worldwide.
But it's still, I mean, that probably doesn't hold a card to like the World Cup and things like that because that, again, Well, if you count total views, but like the World Cup championship match doesn't fuck with the Super Bowl at all. You don't think? There's more people watching. I figure more people watching that game than the Super Bowl.
Not even close. The Super Bowl, because it's such a...
it's pretty much a holiday for America.
Well, it's such an ordeal. You know, it's an event. Whereas the World Cup final is just a goddamn soccer match. Which, I mean, not to downplay it, it's fucking great. I watch it, but no, it can't fuck with the Super Bowl. But if this thing breaks 500 million views...
I mean, we're fucking watching.
Well, what the fuck, man? Jeez.
I mean...
That is so much money.
I bet everyone's going to want to... I mean, who doesn't want to watch it? You're watching one of the... best, I mean, besides him being his kind of douchey self, like one of the best boxers there ever is.
Some would argue the greatest, yeah.
Yeah, versus one of the best entertainers and like most boisterous fighters there have been ever.
And one of the best pound for pound fighters the world has ever seen.
Yeah, like he's good at making himself some fucking money. He's an entertainer.
Well, that's for sure. You know, it's funny. I saw some dumbass comment on Reddit today. Some guy was like, they should turn it into a kickboxing match to make it more interesting. And I was like, fight literally would last 8 seconds. Like one liver kick and Floyd is Floyd's probably dead. No, it doesn't. There's no scenario outside of a straight boxing match in which it's even remotely fair.
Yeah, I mean, because I'm sorry, but Mayweather's couldn't handle it. Plus, he's a defensive fighter.
Yeah. Like if a guy is allowed to grab you, you're fucked.
Yeah, he's never been one to win because he beat the shit out of someone. He wins because he plays defense and he counters really well.
Well, so I went back and watched like 6 of his fights, start to finish. Motherfucker, it was impressive. However, now saying this as a guy who's not a boxer and would get his ass whooped against Floyd Mayweather.
Of course.
The strategy to beat him, if you're a fighter, is fairly simple, I think. Now, it's easier said than done. Obviously, 49 people have fucking tried and failed. So, but dude, his strategy is really simple, okay? He basically eliminates space.
Yeah, he keeps himself small.
He makes himself, he starts by opening himself up, and then he makes himself small when the guy throws a punch. That shoulder roll, he can turn that shoulder roll so fucking fast that his body, like wherever you thought you were going to hit, it vanishes.
Yeah, because he's
very
gone down
quickly.
Half his size.
Yeah,
he definitely.
The other thing that's brilliant is he keeps that right arm literally like locked into his ribs.
Did we watch some of the same shit? Because
maybe
because you were saying exactly some of the stuff I was watching about too. Like I was like watching a lot of tape on him. I'm like, that's
keeping that right arm locked in, he can throw that straight so fucking lightning fast and right on the chin because he's right in line with the guy's chin when he opens up. But the thing I notice he does the best, outside of, his head movement's obviously great. His footwork is really solid, but defensive, when he's on defense, he does stand still a little bit. But the thing he does is, so I said McGregor's best chance is to get in tight and just try to wail on him, right? Well, if you watch the guys who try that, as soon as they get close, it is infuriating to watch. And if I were the other fighter, I'd be throwing headbutts because the second they get close, he literally just ties them up and makes the ref call a break, and then they get distance again, which is to his advantage. Every single time. I mean, as soon as a guy gets close enough to throw like a body shot or an uppercut, dude, he just grabs both their arms and just waits.
Yeah, I really hope McGregor's team is watching a lot of his old fights and seeing some of the things he did and trying to not let Conor get into those same battles.
And it's really interesting because that shoulder roll, when he does it, he rolls his left shoulder forward, and his favorite thing to do is always move to his right, which is the other fighter's left, right? So I was thinking about it, and I was got in a comment thread today on Reddit, and this guy was like, "What's Conor's best chance?" And I actually just fucking typed up what I thought it was, and I was basically like, he said something about is Conor's length an advantage in this fight, and I was like, it's actually
the same size.
Well, no, Conor's way bigger, but he's got 2 inches of reach as well.
But I'm saying they're very close and not height, but reach. They have very similar.
Yeah,
I think
they technically do in just wingspan.
Yeah,
but Conor's reach, because of the way he punches, is really long. Mm-hmm. I mean, he throws long punches. But I was like, in this case, it's actually a huge disadvantage for him to try to stay away
because of the shoulder roll.
Well, he's going to be swinging at empty space because of the way Floyd moves, and because Conor's going to telegraph the shit out of his punches in Floyd's eyes. Floyd's going to see every punch he throws, right? The second thing is, if he doesn't stay close, he's just going to chase him around the fucking ring and gas out.
Yeah, and Conor's going to fucking
So
Conor's going to die because we know he can't last very long in a fight.
Right.
Like, he has no energy for that.
So I was thinking about it, and I was like, really, his best strategy is to get on top of him, and I don't mean like get up close to him. I mean literally get over the top of him, like get his arms up over him to where he can't tie him up because he's too strong to tie up. Like if Floyd tries to tie up Conor, he'll fucking just throw him to the ground, basically. And I was like, all he's got to do is get over the top of him and throw, like if he can get back and open up, either throw low to the right or throw at his head and open up that left arm, just like Floyd's left arm a little bit, and throw the meanest left uppercut he can. It's the only shot he's got. Otherwise, it's just going to be a fucking shadow fest.
Yeah, he's just going to run around swinging at nothing.
If he tries to get in tight and stay low, he's going to tie up his hands the whole fucking fight. I was like, I'd go in there just throwing overhand lefts and right. Like, just swing like a fucking kid in the playground. Just start spin wheeling your arms or some shit. Because, I mean, what the fuck does it matter? It's not like you're going to embarrass yourself anymore, than you would have. Just missing punches.
Yeah, swinging at nothing.
I mean, I was like, dude, he's so much bigger. People don't realize he's so much bigger that he can literally just like fucking get physically on top of him with his hips and then just start hitting him in the ears and trying to throw uppercuts. Because Conor's uppercut is quick and devastating.
Yeah.
And that's his best shot, is catching him on the chin before that right hand comes and just fucking tags him.
Yeah, I'm ready for it. I think it's gonna be a good fight. I really want to watch it.
Yeah,
I really want.
I'm interested to see what's going to happen. Oh yes, yeah. No, I hope Floyd dies in the ring. That'd be great. Yeah.
But then Conor's gonna become so insufferable after that.
If he wins.
Yeah.
He already said he's going to fight Khabib next.
Really?
Yes.
Nice.
Okay. Now there's the fight I want to see. God damn. That's going to be a fucking war. It'd be sweet, too, if they did a catch weight, like 165. Because Khabib can't get down to 155, it seems. He's really struggling.
Yeah. And let Conor put on his weight.
Man, yeah. Seeing both of those guys at a good weight. Because then you get to see the Khabib's power. Woo, yeah, that one will be exciting. So I wonder when, they haven't said obviously when that'll be. I would bet it'll be 2018.
Well, yeah. I figure if Conor win or lose, is going to want to take some time off after the fight.
And spend some money.
Fuck, yes. You're just going to see. I mean, I'm following him on Instagram, watching his shit. But, lately, actually, he's been in train mode. So it's been nothing but, like, pictures of his son and then, like, nothing but fight stuff.
You know that picture he posted recently, like holding his son kind of in his hand? Yeah. Have you seen the one Dana White posted? Oh my God, it's fucking hilarious. He photoshopped Floyd's head onto the baby. And he called it like the McGregor World Tour or something like that. It was fucking hilarious. I thought it was great.
Yeah. That's going to be fun. Yeah, really look forward to that.
Yeah, that'll be an easy one to pay for.
So I guess we move on from one sport to another. Something I've been watching a lot lately.
Mm-hmm.
Airsoft. Like watching like people do legit military simulated airsoft stuff.
Yeah.
It makes me really wish I had just income to just throw around like crazy, because I was like, That was so much fun.
Yeah. You remember probably 8 years ago when I got super into airsoft guns? Yeah. That's why. Because those guys who get into that shit, man, you get to go out and have a war and nobody gets hurt.
Well, no one dies. People can still get hurt.
Yeah, but I mean, it's, even worst case, one of those things like penetrates skin, it's not going to damage you at all.
Some guys like get hit in the face and things like that. I'm like,
why aren't they wearing masks?
No, like there was one guy had his glasses and the lens popped out. Dude, you had to move that shit.
Yes. Keep smacking
his lens popped out. So again, he could have lost an eye, but he didn't. Luckily, there was not a pellet following that first one because I was watching mainly snipers, so not a whole lot of continuous bullets. But if there was one coming, it could have done some serious damage to his eye, especially that they're coming 500 feet per second.
Oh, at least.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's what their rifles were
limited to.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I in a period of about 6 months spent about $600 on airsoft guns, and one of them was a G3 assault rifle replica.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah, that shot. I think that was about 350 or 400 feet per second. But I saw some rifles they use for actual They use those airsoft AR-15s for
military training.
Well, that's because I think they're technically M16 replicas, but either way, and those fuckers will shoot like 1,600 feet per second.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. I mean, it gives you that simulation, and plus, there's only so much you can train people on before you're like, you know what? If you get hit with something now, you know you're dead. Like it hit you, you're dead, fucker. Like you messed up.
Right.
Get better.
Shit, man.
And it was crazy watching them. It's so awesome. I really, really wanted to do it. I was like, holy shit! Like watching the guy, he's going, he's sitting there watching people, 200 feet away, and he's just like, pop.
Yeah, silent.
Yeah, and just watch them just go, fuck, where'd they come from? It was the best.
Yeah, I would fucking love to go out and do that, dude.
And then
that would be so much fun.
I was just watching like airsoft games and then actual military simulations where they're actually going out and like they have objectives and teams like on big fucking like. There's this one that looks like it was in probably Arizona or something like that, in like what looks to be maybe an abandoned subdivision. Like it looked like probably some developer was gonna make a home subdivision and then just failed and went under. Yeah. So there's a bunch of like shitty kind of houses still put up, but
that sounds awesome.
And they're driving around with a fucking Humvee with a machine gun mounted, like the actual where they had to use the thing to actually turn it, like
like a real turret.
Yeah, mounted on top.
What, an airsoft machine gun?
Yes.
Holy shit.
Yes, I was like, oh my god, and they're actually shooting, like. They're actually using it. It's like it's not there for show. It was actually usable, and it was sick.
That is fucking awesome. All right, well, so I'm leaving my wife. We're gonna go move out somewhere and do that.
It was so cool. I was like, oh my god, this is like the best. Like I couldn't stop watching it. I think it was up to 1:00 in the morning Thursday night.
Is this all on YouTube or on a channel of some sort?
So the two people I watched a lot of was Silo Entertainment and Nostrovich. No, some guy. Both of them are from Austria-ish in the area. Watching those two.
Interesting. Yeah.
There was like Desert Fox or something like that. That guy is out of California, I think.
I wonder if there's a spot around here we can go.
Oh, I bet there is.
Get into that.
But it was so cool. Like I was like, holy shit, this looks like so much fun and like legit. Like,
huh. Yeah.
It's so entertaining. I was like, man, this is better than paintball. Paintball, they just go and go, brrrr. You dead yet?
Yeah.
Like this, you're actually like, you're trying to actually like have
well, there are objectives and probably some capture the flag or different things like that. Seizures.
They had like capture the flag, they had domination, they had zombies. They have fucking grenades. They have grenades.
Oh, wait. I think I remember seeing a video of like an airsoft zombie event, basically, where they sent all these guys out into the woods, and where was I seeing that? That there was like some kind of basically military-looking obstacle course they had to basically get from one side of this forest to the other through all these people who just showed up and volunteered to get shot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, this was more like it was one of their games, so it's like it was like humans versus zombies, where like there's less humans than zombies, and if you get hit by one of the zombies, got shot by him, you became a zombie yourself and joined that crew.
Oh, okay. So they still have guns.
Yeah, they still have guns.
Okay.
They were still just like, it was zombie. Like, you know, it's just like that. But they have like fucking grenades and stuff where they take it and they throw it, and as soon as it like makes contact with something, it like shoots a bunch of pellets. Like reusable too, so it's not like.
Man,
they'll throw smoke grenades to like cover things, so they can go like, you can have like medics and stuff to go rescue each other. So it's like you pop smoke and stuff. Like,
oh my god!
I was like, holy shit, this looks like so much fun.
There goes all my money.
We gotta watch some of the videos later. Like,
motherfucker!
It was so fun. I couldn't stop watching them.
Shit.
Like I was like, I want to do some of this shit right now. Watching them run around places, and just like having looks like so much fun. Like obviously it's like they're cut down videos, but it's like I really want to do this so bad.
Fucking go do it, man. It can't be ridiculously expensive.
I don't know.
A couple, shin guards and a helmet, a fucking gun. I bet $1,500 gets you a pretty nice setup.
I don't just have $1,500 to spend, but
well, you could justify it in that you're going to go out and this will be your exercise. And then you'll make friends.
DFW Adventure Park in North Lake. Let's see if they have. See what they have. Do they have? I want your website, not your fucking page. Stupid thing. Trying to look for things. What's this? Fun on the Run, paintball, and.
All right, so the next episode, we're going to do the entire episode where we just make up our own songs the whole time, right? Playing airsoft guns, but I'm going to shoot you in the fucking face.
So let's see, they got Fun on the Run, which is it says paintball, but I think it also does airsoft as well, looks like.
We may have to go check out this spot, especially if they can like rent shit to you.
I think some of I remember watching some of the videos where you can rent some equipment too. But obviously there's a lot of people.
See, my problem is I'd be going in there like I play Halo and just meleeing motherfuckers with the butt of my rifle and like.
Guy one of you had a sword.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
How can you use that?
They were playing. They were playing in Vietnam, I think, or something like that. And they're playing in a very high, like thick brush, like tall, like
yeah,
like you see in movies from Vietnam and things like that. You didn't see. Did that sound like that when I said
no.
that? Okay. That you didn't see him until he ran up on the sniper dude and he was like, ah! And like, you're dead.
But it was a plastic sword, right?
I don't know. It looked kind of real to me.
And maybe gotta be some kind of
or it could just be a dull,
shiny.
Could be a dull blade.
Maybe.
But he didn't hit him with it.
Yeah.
But he was like, you're dead. Because you're supposed to. If you're playing kind of fairly, you're not supposed to shoot someone when you're really close. You're supposed to just go, bang. Because
man, I remember shooting a buddy of ours like point blank with one of those in the hand and it busted open his hand.
Yeah, I nearly shot Justin's eye out with a fucking tank.
Oh, yeah. I remember those tanks.
Yeah, there's the little tiny tank that had it, and I shot it just as he was climbing out of the bay that had the right angle and everything. It almost, it hit him right next, right here. But it almost took out his eye, and I was like, I felt so bad. It's like, I was just trying to hit you, not your face. Just the timing, because he was behind the truck. So I was trying to surprise him, and just how he came up was perfect to hit him in the face. And I was like, oh, I'm an asshole. Like I didn't mean to hit you in the face. I wanted to hit you, but no.
I shot one of our buddies right before a DJ gig with that super high-powered gun I had. I shot him 3 times in the forehead, so he had to go to this DJ gig with these big fucking whelps on his forehead. Oh yeah, he was pissed. He started the fucking fight though. He came off of shooting me, and I was like, man, that thing had one of the an RC car battery in it to I could rapid fire that fucker.
Yeah.
That thing was amazing.
Yeah, they had some of they definitely plenty of people using those. The sniper rifle was really cool because it actually was bolt action and everything like that. And you get, I think, from what I was listening to some of the videos.
So the bolt probably loads some kind of air chamber or something, right?
Well, I think it loads a pellet, and I guess because it's I don't know. I'm guessing here. This is all guessing, but it's better because there's less electronic equipment, more mechanical. That it's better shooting.
So maybe it loads the bolt loads a spring, or it compresses an air chamber. One of the two. It's got to be
something. But it's.
I would think a spring, given the travel of that bolt, is going to give you more impact than that much air. But I mean, I'm also not a fucking engineer.
They still use compressed air. I do know that in them. So.
God damn, that's terrifying.
But yeah, it was cool.
My first BB gun used CO2.
Like most of them had, like the people watching YouTube have multiple cameras, so they have the selfie cam, which is mounted on the end of the barrel, pointing back at them, so you can watch them shooting. They have either an over-the-shoulder camera or a GoPro mounted to their head, so you could see them looking around. But then they also have the sniper cam, so you could watch what like is not almost essentially what they're seeing through the scope, like scope cam. So you could see when they shoot, you could watch the pellet. And it's a tiny fucking little white pellet go flying across and hit someone.
Jesus.
Yeah.
This sounds amazing.
It is amazing. I love it so much. I was like, I really want to do this.
Damn it. Well, how'd you even stumble upon it?
It got recommended to me just by watching some of it on YouTube, what got recommended to me was like some fucking dickhead. Like they were like either after a game or something, they were standing in like the communal area waiting. You watch it, he looks around at everyone, he looks, and just unloads like 5 feet away from this kid.
And hit?
Yeah, dude, all in his back. Took him to the ground. He was screaming and crying.
And they whooped his ass, right?
No, everyone was like, what the fuck are you doing? Everyone else, because that was fucked up, but it's like, you should be, like, you don't want to escalate it there. Like, so immediately
I don't understand.
You don't want to start a fight. Like that's you're in an area where everyone has a weapon of some sort, even if it is just airsoft that can cause a lot of damage. You don't want to be that guy. You should be responsible and not. No, he immediately got taken away. You got to control the situation. You would get mad and everything, probably beat his ass. Mm-hmm. Everyone else is being smart about it and they're controlling the situation by. Like, what the fuck, man? What's going on? Like, why'd you just shoot him? Like, then the refs came and took him away. He didn't fight back. He didn't do anything. I don't know what his excuse was. I can't remember what he said. It was like, he burned my patch or some shit. I don't even know what that meant. I don't know what that means.
What are they, fucking Eagle Scouts? Or what does that mean?
Well, no, but I mean, they have, lots of people, they have their own
they
patches that they take a lot of pride in, so maybe.
Yeah, they get the recon armor and all that shit.
So I don't know what the excuse was, but that was it. And I was like, man, no, dude, I watched one video where they fucking fought each other, like straight up fist fights. And I was like, all right, y'all are fucking assholes. Like, it's a fucking game. Like, walk away.
Depends on the situation. If I were the kid, like if I'm standing there and that guy shoots me in the back, he's getting fucked up.
Nah, he was down. That kid was down.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm talking, it doesn't have to be right then. Like, I'm finding that motherfucker.
Yeah. So, but there's like watching this one, like, dude, like, getting all this fucking guy with, like, a gangster tattoo or something that they call him out on. I was like, yeah, I'm from and, like, I'm going to beat your ass. I'll come after you. I was like, dude, go away. You're embarrassing. You're, like, his little kid's there.
Oh,
like,
wow.
his kid's crying because his dad's, like, being an assaole.
Yeah.
I was like, man, like, some of these people just walk away. It's a fucking game. Like, not even a game that most people take serious. They're doing it for fun.
Yeah.
Like, just fucking go away. You're not cool. Like, it doesn't make you a badass because you shot someone with an airsoft gun and then you have to fight about it. Like,
you want to fight about it?
Yeah, like you're shooting a fake gun.
Yeah.
Walk away, dumbass. So that's got like that. I watched that video and I was like, man, that guy's a fucking prick. And then I saw like sniper videos and I was like, ooh, what's this? And I was just like, oh, that was cool. And I watched his next video. And his next video I was like, oh, and then I teamed up with this guy. So I was like, I'm gonna watch his videos. I was like, oh, this looks like so much fun.
Wow. Yeah.
So I ended up in a deep hole of YouTube airsoft.
You have to look into that as a recreational activity. Although it doesn't make any sense for me to spend money on fake guns because I like real guns. Yeah.
But it was just it was so cool. Like I was like, some of the stuff I was like, really, they made that? Like a grenade. They made a grenade. Like,
it's pretty badass.
And it's reusable. Like you just like pick it up, I guess, fill it back in, compress it back down, put the pin in, and done.
Yeah.
Because I'm assuming.
Yeah, I would think it would open with basically little chambers that are spring loaded, like slots. Probably. And then when it pops out, and then you can squish it back down. It looked like
a little canister, so maybe I don't know how it is, but from what they said, is like as soon as you pull the pin and you throw it, it makes contact with something. Is whenever it blows up.
Right. And that's smart. Instead of on a timer.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a smart thing to do.
So it was fun. It looked so cool watching them snipe. Like, you just see them. It just, the sounds and everything. Like, when I watched some of the videos of like them and other people using like rifles and like semi-automatic pistols and stuff, I'm like, this is not as cool as watching the sniper stuff. The sniper stuff is cool. They're like 200, 300 feet away, and you just watch them just boop.
Yeah, see, I would just be the guy with the pistol trying to like get as close a kill as I could, you know?
Nah, they're fucking... I watched them, people try to come running across, and they leave the target and just go whoop, and take you out.
That's pretty badass.
Yeah, with a pellet. Like, I can see obviously it's hard with a bullet too, but I see it's being easier because it's a bullet traveling at a high rate of speed with some weight to it and everything. This is the...
Well, but there's recoil on the rifle that, you know,
yeah,
you don't have to deal with an airsoft gun.
But there's also... It's a pellet that's easily manipulated by wind.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's pretty much weightless.
Yeah.
I wonder if they have like restrictions on the weight of the...
They do have weights on the pellets too, like the different
I know
sizes.
that you can have different weights, but I would assume they probably have restrictions on that.
They probably have restrictions on a lot of it. You don't want that
you can't shoot somebody with a BB, basically.
You don't want some asshole coming in there with like, frozen paintballs, being that dickhead.
Wow.
Yeah. So, but it was so cool. Like, I really want to do this right now. I really wish I had a bunch of money and I could just go blow it on some of this stuff.
Well, we can look into it at least. See if it's something we can't at least do from time to time.
I need to get away. This is, you know why I need to get out of the house more and off my computer? I'm developing carpal tunnel syndrome.
Yeah.
Like, it's gotten really bad last weekend. I couldn't
jerk
use my
off.
hands.
Oh.
I can jerk off. I just put like this and just like that.
Just 14 inches of travel.
Dude, I got a long dick.
We've never seen a long dick. You're gonna learn today.
It's more like this.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Thimble.
Oversized clit. It's pretty much what I got.
Nice. Perfect.
So, yeah, no, it was bad. It was really, really bad. Like, I couldn't do anything with my hands last weekend.
Yeah, man.
It hurt.
No fun.
No, so I got, a bunch of straps and elevation pads and things like that for my house and work.
Huh.
So, keeping it from getting bad.
Really bad. I don't spend nearly as much time as at a computer as you do, but I mean, even days when I'm up here, like sitting here for maybe 5 hours when I'm just locked in, even after that, everything will start to hurt. Or like I'll go to work out and my fucking hands are killing me,
Yeah. I mean, all of my work takes place at a computer, so I have to. So there's that.
Yeah.
And then for fun, I like getting on the computer. So I spend a lot of time at the computer. So now, obviously,
man, isn't it going to be so badass when we just have like a neural link to our computers where whatever we're thinking just fucking happens?
Yeah, it's just going. So I'm like, I can't do it. I can't lift my hand. I am dropping the hook, and I'm, bring me soda.
You're Barney Jabba drunk.
That would be me. I am the fat guy from Wall-E. Just give me my shake.
Can't get up when you're on your back like a turtle.
Yeah, I'm glad that's on video right now.
Yeah,
it's real. It's recorded.
So yeah, I was doing that. I'm trying to think of, man, I had some more shit I wanted to talk about. I forgot now because I'm so obsessed with Airsoft. Oh my god, it was so.
Well, if you want to sit down and watch something instead of on the computer on your TV, have you gotten caught up on F is for Family yet?
No, I don't watch that show.
Oh my God, man. Anybody out there who is A, fan of comedy, and B, a fan of Bill Burr, the one and only, the fucking great, you have got to watch. Season 2's out now. Season 1, obviously, you can go back and watch, of F is for Family. It's so goddamn funny. Like, somehow Season 2 is funnier.
Doesn't appeal. Like, I look at it and I don't want to watch it.
But you haven't watched it yet.
Exactly. I'm judging it by its cover. Doesn't look like
what about it doesn't look appealing?
Something about it. Just don't want to watch it. Something about the art style. I just don't care for it.
Weird. I don't get it. Why don't you try just one episode and tell me what you think?
Okay. How about we watch one episode of what was it? The Seeker. And those Deharns.
Is that the Dehar? Fuck you.
Fucking Dehar.
Goddamn Deharns.
What's up with those Deharns?
Jesus Christ. That show. I'm sure there's nowhere that show is available, actually.
Yeah, it is.
No.
Mm-hmm.
What network was that show originally on?
DVD at my house.
Jesus Christ.
I had both seasons on DVD at my house.
Was that on the WB, or what the hell was that even on?
I don't know. Let's see. Legend of the Seeker.
Ugh. Fucking terrible. And I never saw the show. I only heard it.
Yeah, you heard it.
Yeah, through a door. Or a wall or something.
I'm trying to see what network it was garbage. On. ABC? American Broadcasting Company is what I thought I just saw. Yep, ABC Studios produced it.
Well, ABC Studios produces a lot of shit that's not on ABC.
Distributors, Disney, ABC, domestic television. Original network, first run syndication. I'm assuming ABC. It was Saturday morning, though. Like, it was...
Oh.
It wasn't, like, on prime time or anything like that. Yeah, let's see. Produced by ABC Studios. Sam Raimi. Wait, what? ABC Studios produced a series for first-run syndication with Sam Raimi on it. And that's interesting.
Oh, I don't know why this just popped into my head, but I saw an interesting question on Ask Reddit the other day, and I want to ask you.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. It was a really good question. I think about this more often than I should. It was, if you could take any video game from the past and have it basically remastered with today's graphics, what would it be?
How far back?
Any game, ever. Just think of a game that you think, if it had the ability to have like today's detail and graphics to it, would make it just amazing.
I don't know. Because I'm not into the same stuff I used to be in, so why would I... Drug Lord?
Really?
You remember that game?
Yes. Yeah.
Why not?
That game was so fucking basic, though.
Yeah.
It was mostly just
Text
screens with text.
Yeah.
Wasn't a lot of movement.
Do we know where I was playing that?
Where?
Yeah.
I'm going to guess at Tyler McKinney's house, where everybody else did.
No, because they got that from us. We were playing it in the in-school suspension room, the alternate education room, after we got busted for drugs. We're playing Drug Lord on those computers.
On the school computers after getting caught with drugs.
Next to the coach.
Wow.
He didn't know, because the computer was next to him, and he doesn't know technology. So we're sitting there playing that fucking game. He looked over, and then you just hit Alt Tab and just go to the next screen. He couldn't understand why we weren't doing better in our classes, like why we all didn't have straight A's, even though that's all we had time to do. It's like, because we were playing that, and as soon as he left for football practice, we were on fucking Instant Messenger trying to get dudes to show us their penis.
What? Wait. What? You just buried the lead.
But there's a bunch of us, guys and girls, who were both in this, where we'd fuck with people, and that was the thing to do back in the day on like AOL Instant Messenger. Was like,
I would just send like winky faces to girls, not ask dudes for dick pics.
Not if you're a whole group and you want to see how far you can make someone do shit.
That's fucking mean.
Talk to Jenna and them. Like, she and all of them were sitting with us, and we would be like, all right, what are we gonna get them to do today?
Who were these people?
Everyone who got in trouble.
No, I'm saying, who were the people you were asking to...
Some fucking random person on the internet.
Jesus Christ. You probably got somebody busted for kiddie porn.
We didn't show them anything.
Doesn't matter. Like solicitation or some shit like that.
We didn't say what we were. We said we were older people.
Interesting.
I think mine was Black Angel. Like, I was a black woman.
Oh, yeah, you used to be able to make little avatars.
Yeah. Like,
yeah.
we would just fuck...
Dude, the old school days of AIM.
No. Ask, wow, I'm not blanking his name. Walker's mom.
No fucking idea what you're talking about.
I can't remember his first name. Last name's Walker. Texas Ranger.
Went
to school with us. Played wide receiver. Same age as us.
Yeah, no clue.
You do not remember anyone named with last name Walker.
Walk. Not
yeah.
Walker.
Yeah, who am I thinking of?
I don't know.
Yeah. I'm thinking of Walker Texas Ranger then. Or actually, I'm probably thinking Officer Walker.
Okay.
But yes, his mom was in there.
Okay.
She would watch us after Coach would wait, no, who was with us? Not Beasley. Daily. Coach Daly would leave. And she was right there watching us. She didn't give a shit what we did.
Wow. Yeah,
dude. There we go.
Yeah. Man. Yeah, state champion in pole vault.
Couldn't think.
I remember the days. So, yeah, I remember now the early days of AIM where you would just find random people and the first thing was ASL. Yeah, that was, god damn.
Yeah, we'd fuck with people.
That was early internet.
Because dudes were always on there. You really couldn't get girls to do shit.
Yeah.
You could
that
always
was before
get
Skype.
You could always get a dude to show you their dick on a webcam.
Man.
It was fucking hilarious.
AIM was great for, like, scheduling your, hidden meetups with girls late at night. Shit like that. Because that was... A lot of us at that point didn't have phones or texting, or so AIM was really where it was, man.
Yeah, no one had texting. We didn't get texting until the end of our high school years, really.
A couple people had it in like 7th and 8th grade, but
really?
I didn't get a cell phone till my senior year of high school.
Well, neither, so did I.
Yeah, because I had to pay for it. It's the same as I had to pay for my car and all that other shit. So, yeah, no, that was. And then I think AIM really fell off in college because Facebook showed up. There wasn't a lot of messaging on MySpace.
Just writing on people's walls.
Just open comments.
Listening to their music
playlist
that they saved.
God damn, you remember all the fucking customization on those profiles?
Yeah.
So terrible.
And then they offer like the top 10 and everything.
Oh,
like that,
yeah, the top 10 was such a big deal. Like, why am I number 9? Top 10 anymore. Fuck you. Because you suck. That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that was good. So you didn't know about the Venus Williams thing?
What are you talking about? Oh, what your wife said earlier? She said just Venus. I was like, what are you talking about?
No, the Schick Razor, the Venus Razor. No, yeah, Venus Williams. Got in a car accident 2 days ago, and a lady died. Yeah.
Like Venus Williams caused the accident and the lady died?
Yes, it was at fault. And less than 24 hours after the accident, the family has filed suit, of course.
Of course.
Because, the investigation isn't even over. Let's fucking sue the millionaire. But Wimbledon starts this week. So I don't know if she's actually going to be participating in the tournament. I'd be surprised. But yeah, basically, I guess she ran a red light, and it caused this older couple to hit her, and the lady died. It's fucking terrible. Sucks, man. Like, I bet she feels really horrible.
No shit.
So yeah, at first I thought it was Serena, because Serena's super pregnant right now. Like, she's due soon. And I was like, oh, that's not good. But it was Venus, and I don't think she got arrested, because running a red light's not, Class B. I don't know. I don't think you can get arrested for it. But, yeah, fucking crazy.
Yeah.
So that'll cost her some money.
Maybe she should participate into the tournament just so she could have the money to pay for everything.
Yeah, no shit. She better go win.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I can't even imagine how much they're going to come after her for. But, that kind of shit is really frustrating. Because if it were just, like, if it were me that did that, if I ran the red light, they hit me, and somebody died, they're not going to sue me. Driving my fucking 4-year-old car, with a car seat in the back, like, they're probably going to be able to tell I'm not going to give them millions of fucking dollars. What is this, like...
People want easy money.
God damn.
And they know she has money, so they're going to go after her for it.
But all they're doing is exploiting the death of a family member.
Yes. And people don't have a problem with that. If they can make money off the death, they're going to try making money off the death. Oh, man. Like,
I'm not saying I wouldn't do the same thing. I just...
Oh, yeah.
It's crazy.
I would do the same thing in a heartbeat.
I don't know, but I can't say for sure that I wouldn't.
I think I would. If right now, if like my parents were driving home from like the Cowboys game.
Ooh, if Pat Green hits them, we're suing the shit out of them.
You're going to kill Pat Green.
Yeah.
You're not going to sue him. You're just going to kill that man. But say they get hit by Mark Cuban on the way home.
Ooh.
I'm like...
I mean, what's $20 million to Mark Cuban?
Exactly. I'm like, Mark, my parents died. I'm sad. I'm obviously very sad and distraught.
I'm sad. I'm $20 million worth of sad.
But yeah, I was like, I'm sad. $20 million doesn't make me happy. So, pay me.
A lot of people say money can't buy happiness. Let me ask you something. You ever seen an unhappy person on a jet ski? Have you? Seriously, have you?
Exactly. I mean, as much as terrible it would be to have my parents die, I mean, if it's a millionaire that I get some money out of, I mean, that'll help me feel a little bit better.
I wonder, though.
What am I going to get out of it other than, like, my parents are dead? Hey, that's my phone. What are you doing? Why are you texting me? Because, like, you're the only person I know. Screw you. Okay, it's my mom. She knew I was talking about it, so now she's worried about me. Actually, I don't know what she wants.
It's my mom, says the 30-year-old.
Your mom doesn't text you?
My mom texts me.
Yeah, exactly. Mom was texting me because we're getting together tomorrow, dickhead. I forgot I owe her money, too. I just see the text where she's like, you owe me money. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I had saved a story that I'm hoping I can find. Yep. That last episode I didn't get a chance to get into.
Let's talk about something else.
Okay, I don't give a fuck. It's irrelevant.
I got nothing to talk
It doesn't matter.
What else could we talk about? Let's just keep teasing the story. I'm going to wait.
I mean, it's not that good of a fucking story.
Hey, we're going to build it up to be the greatest story ever. And then have you all be disappointed in him?
You won't fucking believe this shit.
Coming up at 5.
Jesus Christ. Oh, man. Yeah, that's what we're going to start doing is we're going to start cutting in on the YouTube videos like little segments.
Teasing segments.
Weatherman and shit.
Coming up next week on one of Whatsnextpod's podcasts.
Cody cuts off one of his nipples on camera. Stay tuned.
Will he or won't he do it?
All right.
I mean, how much money are you paying me for this?
I'm not paying you shit.
Oh.
Why would I give you anything to mutilate yourself?
Well, so I can get some money out of it. You can at least have ice on hand.
I can probably spare a cube.
1 cube.
Yeah. Do you hear the fireworks, by the way, from the ballpark?
Okay, is that what that is?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I live so close to Rangers Ballpark, you can hear the fireworks over there when you're at my house.
Man. Would you at least drive me to the hospital to get it put back on? I mean, why do I need nipples? Why do guys need nipples?
I've always wondered that. Free. I'm not into having them touched or played with anyways. Like, if mine went away tomorrow, I wouldn't be upset. It'd look fucking... Isn't it weird that they serve no purpose, but we'd look weird without them?
Yeah.
Like, can you imagine? Just picture a dude and then just no nipples, like just skin. Why is it that looks weird? Why don't the nipples look weird?
Because the nipples make it a point of where it is. Like, that is interesting.
I honestly, I'm just gonna make a completely uneducated guess here, but our sex isn't determined in the womb until a certain point. Mm-hmm. So technically, our testicles are ovaries that fell, and we probably all just have nipples because at some point,
from what
our genetic makeup was on the fence.
From a sex ed class or a health class, I believe that is the case. I don't remember because it's been a long time since I've been in.
I'm going to assume that has to be why.
We were I believe we're indeterminate in our chromosomes until we really begin to develop.
Yeah, I should know since I have a son at what point that happens. I mean, I know that at 10 weeks we were able to find out what sex he was through a blood test, but I don't know the point at which like
why did the
zygote or whatever makes that decision.
Why did the nipples still show up then? Is that like one of the first things? Like
they're just in the code, man. Deep code.
But I mean, like, I'm trying to think now. Do apes have nipples?
Yeah. Chimps and gorillas and yeah.
Do male dolphins have nipples? Because they're mammals.
I don't know.
So.
That's worth a Google.
We're going to Google this. Do male dolphins have bats?
Oh my God, it fucking auto-filled it for you.
It's the top search. Next is balls, but
my God,
nipples is the top search.
Holy shit.
Do male dolphins?
Oh, that's fucking great. So what's the verdict?
Hold on.
You know, I really wish...
We're going to go with what male mammals have nipples, so we can find out who
should be which, first of all. You know what I wish Google could start doing is when, like, they should be able to put something in their code when there's a general consensus answer out there, like they just autofill the yes or the no for you. It just pops up on the side of the screen and says yes. Like, stop looking at articles. Yes, they do. You know? Like, it should have that answer.
Apparently platypuses are mammals and they don't have nipples. but neither do the females.
Is it platypuses or it is platypuses, not platypi. With platypuses, I think it's platypuses, but not platypi.
Whatever. A platypus, male platypus does not have nipples, and neither does a female, because females do not have nipples. They secrete milk through their openings in their skin, which is weird.
What the fuck?
So.
Well, I mean, isn't that kind of what a nipple is? Is an opening in the.
I mean,
like
yeah,
the tip of a nipple.
That's so technically don't they have nipples all over.
I guess, yeah. So they're just a big nipple.
I guess. Let's see here.
Next episode of Mammal Talk.
I mean, I'm going through a chat room here, and it says it's secreted through a gland, so it's not necessarily a nipple. Because again, dolphins are in the water, so they're just like, go get it.
Just Spider-Man shoot it out there. Fucking there it is. You got speed. Chase it down.
Today, let's go with the Reddits.
Today
I learned dolphins' nipples are located inside openings on either side of their anus. The calf sticks its bill into the hole, and the mother squirts the milk into the mouth.
Oh my god!
Source is needed for sure on that shit. We're going to dolphinplace.com where we can find dolphin facts.
Oh my god! Echo, remember Echo, the dolphin, the video game on Sega? Are you fucking serious? Did you grow up in the 90s or what? You haven't seen Powder. You didn't fucking play Echo. Who are you?
I was a poor kid in the 90s without games like that. My parents didn't buy
so
me
was
shit
I.
like
My
that.
parents put it on credit and they went bankrupt because they wanted me to be happy.
My parents were not like that. My parents bought me a bike and told me to get the fuck out of the house.
I had the same rules, but man, Echo the Dolphin was so fucking awesome.
No, my parents bought an outground pool buried halfway in, so we had like an indoor-outdoor pool. So that's what my parents spent money on. Like we didn't. I think we went from Super NES to a PlayStation 1.
Wow. I've had every video game console except the Xbox One. I don't own one of those.
You know when we got an N64? In 2000, whenever it came with the Expedition we bought, because it was the media package.
Wow. That was when Dreamcast came out. In my mind, still the greatest video game console ever made.
So, no, I may be a nerd and a dork, but I didn't get to grow up with that shit. You know?
That's too bad, man. You missed out on some good fucking video games.
Yeah, I was told to go outside and play. Like, I had to that was what I was told to do.
Yeah.
I made up for it when I got older.
Yeah, really.
Now I don't go outside. I do nothing but play video games.
30 years of outside comes right back in.
So that was what happened with me. So no, like a lot of shit I didn't get to play. There's a few things like I did, and like some friends had some other game systems, but no.
Did you have like a Game Gear or a Game Boy or anything?
I had a Game Boy. I played Mario and Pokemon. That's it.
Not bad. Game Gear was so much better.
I didn't have a Game Gear.
Wow, it was so great. Mortal Kombat on Game Gear.
Nope.
Hard to fuck with.
Like I didn't. Yeah, like I had a buddy who got an N64, so that's when we could play it. When I went over to his house,
I might have to change my answer. So my answer on that video game question, I had two games in mind. One was Ace Combat 6. The other was a game called Future Cop LAPD that I'm probably the only person who's ever fucking played it.
Never heard
it was
of
this mech RTS on PlayStation 1. It was, base. I was going to say base-based. It's a base combat RTS.
Base builder.
Yeah. So like an Age of Empires or Halo Wars
or
pretty much fucking every RTS there is. So, but you're controlling mechs and you can upgrade them and you can make, batteries that make them, and like the game was fucking incredible. I want them to remake that, but now I think I might have to change my answer to the game I want updated. The Ninja Turtles game on
the side scroller one?
Yes. On Nintendo.
I remember playing that in the arcade.
Oh, man, dude. Remember the fire down at the bottom of the screen? That game was fucking awesome.
I really, I didn't play a lot of games when I was younger, so I can't tell you what
I played I feel like I played... How did I fit all this shit into my childhood? I've seen every movie. I've played every fucking video game. I was outside constantly and played every sport. I mean, I played lacrosse, soccer, fucking baseball, basketball, football. I ran track. Did I have 90 hours in every day?
I guess you were...
What the fuck?
Did you stop time?
Why am I so unproductive now?
Because you got it all
Jesus
the way early.
Christ. I just did everything until I was 15, and I was like, I'm done. Fucking mailing it in.
Now my testicles have dropped and I've discovered women.
Shit, that is what did it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking women.
Them women, they ruin everything.
Ugh,
Jesus Christ.
Useless. All they're good for is making babies and
sandwiches.
Saving the world. We went two different directions there. I was trying to turn it around to a nice compliment.
And I kept
you just kept going down that path. Yeah. That's a good time. So this article.
I'm still stuck on the anal gland.
God damn it.
Could you imagine if, like, to get milk from your mom, you had to go up to her butt and put your nose up her butt and she'd go, just squirt it in your face.
You know what? I guess if that's how we had to do it, we wouldn't think it were weird.
We wouldn't think it's weird, but now
because they'd probably watch us sucking on each other's titties and be like, what the fuck are they doing? Like, why do they send it all the way up? All you got to do is just let it go out.
Just drop it down.
Yeah. It's gravity fed, buddy. It's a smart way to do it.
That's interesting to think about how, like, we are, like, the only mammal who is unable to take care of ourselves after being born.
Well,
I mean, not necessarily take care, but, like...
We're one of the only ones who can't move around basically within about 48 hours.
Yeah.
Like most four-legged animals can walk by then.
Yeah.
You know, other animals like water animals can swim, shit like that. Yeah. I mean,
like
so
we come out and we're useless.
Useless for a long fucking time.
Fucking years.
Yeah. Like 25 years.
Yeah.
Fucking useless. Dead weight. I called my son dead weight in a department store today.
You know you did.
I grabbed him. I go, come on, dead weight, let's go. Fucking some stranger looked at me and I was like I fucking mean it, you cunt. Get the fuck out of here. We were at a Nordstrom rack and it was just a joke. I picked him up off the counter. We were returning something and I set him on the counter. I was like, yeah, this one's defective. We're going to need a new one. Like, sure, that's the first time you've heard that fucking dad joke. But yeah, no, I picked him up. I was like, all right, let's go, dead weight. This old lady was like, yeah, bitch, I will put his poop in your face. Get the fuck out of here.
He doesn't know what I'm saying.
I love this kid so much. I'll beat you to death with him. Wait, that wouldn't mean I love him. Yeah.
He's going to grow up to be such a smart ass.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because I'm an asshole, and my wife is actually very smart and her sarcasm, like, when she's on, can get really good. So, yeah, it'll be fun to have to battle what we've instilled in him.
You two and made something, and now you had to deal with that. Ugh.
Yeah, we made it, and one day it's going to come back to haunt us and be like, you made a grave mistake.
You done fucked up.
Yeah.
You got to keep me until at least I'm 18.
I still, though, I swear, when he's like 13 years old, when he starts to enter that, like, crotchety teenager phase, I am going to go in at least a couple times at like 2:30 in the morning with an air horn and wake him up and then like lay on his floor and start crying and bawling and shit and be like, nah, and like piss on his floor and shit in my pants and be like, this is what it was like, motherfucker.
That's not what I was thinking, but okay. I was thinking you'd be like, you want to go? Give him fucking gloves. Like, we gonna go?
Nah, I don't know that he'll ever be man enough for that
I don't know,
party.
Dude. Every I think almost every
I would never fight my dad. To this day, he would whoop my fucking ass.
But you know there was all those times when you were mad, you were like, I punch you in the face.
No.
You never got mad
Fortunately, with my dad, I never had instances like that because he and my brother had all of them for me.
Oh.
I mean,
okay.
They had enough for 10 kids. Like, it was every day, 5 times a day that they thought about beating the living fuck out of each other. And so I got along fucking swimmingly with my dad all the time. I mean, he got mad at me, but I never was, like, ever to the point where I was really upset with him for anything.
Okay.
When he went...
it was me. There's been plenty of times where I wanted to throw down.
So the only time I was genuinely upset with him, I was disappointed when I found out he was a drug addict and was going to rehab. That was a shitty conversation and a shitty time.
How were you?
I was 15.
Yeah,
I spent Christmas of 20.
Cause see, that's
I'm terrible at math. 2002.
You're old enough
in a rehab
to understand
facility.
that.
Oh yeah.
So you're like, yeah, I would be like.
Well, and the fact that they had been hiding it from me, and yeah, it sucked. I actually watched a buddy of mine. I guess we might have been 12 or 13. Get in an all-out brawl with his father. We may have been a little older. But
that sounds kind of young.
It was this buddy of mine who you never really hung out with, and most of the people at our school never did because he left in 8th grade. But he was one of my first friends growing up when I moved there in 3rd grade. He was super fucking country boy. Like, the moment his name was Aaron. I'm not going to say his last name, but his name was Aaron.
See, I don't think
Bigger dude, had like a big blonde bowl cut.
I don't think I met.
The moment the school bell rang, he would take off his shirt because that was his natural state. Just walk around shirtless and like picking cotton and whatever. He was a fucking country boy to the core.
See, I don't think I met Aaron. He must have he must have left before I came.
No, I'm pretty sure it was 8th grade, but y'all just really never interacted with each other.
I was there in 8th grade.
I know.
When did he leave? Like after?
Yeah, like before we went into high school.
Yeah,
but you probably never dealt with him much. He ended up moving to some of the little towns near us and bounced around, and I always kept in touch with him. But I remember, like, his dad was a garbage man, hardworking dude, tough son of a bitch. He was a good guy. I mean, for what it was worth, he tried to be a good dad, but he was pretty fucking hard on his kids. And, man, like, we were sitting there one time hanging out with his potbelly pig in the living room. Like, they had a potbelly pig as a pet. Oh, I wasn't fucking kidding. Yes. Yeah. One time they bug bombed the house with us in it. Yeah. Almost fucking killed me. Yeah. So anyway, these people were special. But he and his dad, man, got in this argument. And I mean, they legit, I'm not talking about like his dad kind of like grabbed him and was like, eh, bro. I mean, they were fucking throwing hands, dude, like beating the living shit out of each other. And it made me realize, A, I'm really lucky, and B, I don't ever want to fuck with this kid because he went toe-to-toe with his dad for a solid 2 rounds. Like, I mean, they went at it, and his dad whooped his ass, but, like, he held his own. It was a traumatizing experience at that age to witness. I mean, I was like, this is real fucked up. And he's always been the kind of guy you would expect that grew up getting in fistfights with his dad. Like, he's a little off. So, yeah. No, my dad was fucking great with me. Finding out that my parents, propped up a lifestyle that I thought we had, and then I found out was all bullshit when I was 16 and we had to file bankruptcy, sell our house, and move into a shitty fucking house and have no money was a huge problem for me.
That house over there by
what is now the courthouse, the city hall, and all that, and that elementary school. Yeah,
that wasn't that well.
It was pretty bad.
I've been there a few times, and it wasn't that bad.
It was pretty bad. I mean, from the house we moved out of, it was pretty bad.
Yeah, it's the Saratoga house.
Yeah,
that one, yeah.
So yeah, that was a moment when I realized. Well, it kind of did 2 things for me. One, I was upset with my parents that they had lied to me, but I also. Like, I've always had a great appreciation for how hard they worked and everything they put into raising us and making sure that, like, I was always the naive kid. My brother, I think, knew a lot of things I didn't, but I was always like, everything's great. I trust everybody. We're all, we all love each other. It's all perfect. Because I kind of lived in a perfect world in my personal, successful athlete, straight A student, all that. So I just never saw the bad in things until I got out of high school, really. But when I realized, like, we were broke, they had fucked up royally, all those things, I was like, well, son of a bitch, somebody could have pulled it back on buying me motorcycles and fucking video games and all the new like, you guys could have just been up front with me, like, I worked and paid for a lot of my own shit, but at the same time, they always, if there was some hot thing I wanted for Christmas, I pretty much got it, not realizing they were putting it all on credit that they didn't fucking have, like, and so.
Yeah, they just want to give you everything that you wanted as a kid, but then sometimes what some parents do is, like, they want to give their kid everything, and then...
Well, I think the problem was, I think the struggle that and this is kind of, I feel like this is the mentality they instilled in me a little bit that I've only over the last few years gotten out of, is like, they would purchase things based on, income they thought they were going to be getting. You know what I'm saying? Like, it'd be like if I went out and bought a Jag because in a year I'll be making enough money to afford one. They would do that kind of shit. Now, theoretically, if I did that, a year from now I'll be able to afford that car, right? If everything keeps going the way it is. Yeah, sure, I'll be making a lot more money.
No guarantee that
yeah.
that year is
But how is that a logical thing to do? So my parents would do shit like that. And I think when I first got into college and those first couple of years, I was still operating that way. I was like, I can spend this kind of money because soon I'll be making that kind of money.
That's why you went through fucking 3 cars while I had one.
Yeah. Yeah. And,
that's why I lived.
Probably spent $5,000 on guns and I'm going to say easily $7,000 on clothes and shoes just in a couple years.
And trips and shit like that.
Yeah. Just blew all my money because I was like, well, eventually I'll be a millionaire because I was a fucking idiot. Yeah. So I think they operated a lot in that way. And, obviously it affected them big time, but I certainly don't hold it against them because they did it for me.
Yeah. Yeah, they weren't just blowing money on themselves and stuff. They were actually doing it for you and your brother.
Yeah, they weren't like some of these fucking parents I see that are like going into the fucking salon to get a $200 haircut and their kids are, busting out of the seams of their shoes and shit.
I've never seen that. That sounds like that's the worst.
Yeah, I have a real problem with people who don't put their kids first. We've been over that, but I really, at some point, man, you got to realize it's not just you in the world. And usually most people will tell you that having a kid is what makes you kind of see that. Some people, it never fucking hits. They just, it's all about me.
It does for that first few
like my niece and nephew's parents, just fucking 6 foot tall 4-year-olds basically. Although one's only like 5'2", but you get what I'm saying. They're just giant babies. And it makes me furious. It
happens, but
yeah.
The story?
Oh, yeah,
that
the
we're
article.
going to tease for next week.
Okay.
I guess I'll let you read your story.
Yeah, so this came up a few weeks ago, and it obviously strikes a chord with me. Do you like that we keep playing footsie by accident?
Accident.
Yeah, totally. Your feet are too creepy for me. I couldn't handle that.
What's so creepy?
They're so wide.
Yeah?
It's like they're like my forearm.
I got big feet.
It's a foot. It's weird.
What do they say about guys with big feet?
Well, they're not long. You only wear, a 12 maybe? Shoe?
12 and a half or 13.
Oh, well, goddamn, those are pretty big.
I have big feet.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize they were that long.
I have tiny hands. Fucking look at my tiny hands.
Yeah.
I have big feet.
Sausage fingers.
And broad shoulders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What happened?
I'm a fucking hobbit. That's exactly what the fuck I am. My feet are hairy too.
You're meant for plowing fields.
Yeah, I'm a hobbit.
Okay, so this one kind of struck a chord with me because of things that have happened to me and something basically something I kind of live with every day. 86 deceased NFL players test positive for brain disease.
Mm-hmm.
86 out of 91.
Ooh.
In this study.
Wow, that's a lot.
That's a pretty good percentage.
Yeah.
Not great at math. I'm going to call that over 90%. Yeah. Right? 87 out of 91 would get you right about 90%, wouldn't it?
I'm not gonna do the math.
Yeah, anyways. That's a fucking lot.
Okay.
Most deceased NFL players who have basically donated their brains to research, which so many more guys are committing to doing now.
Of course. I mean, it's
96% of NFL players they've examined out of this group. 79% of all football players. So it says, in total, the lab found CTE in the brain tissue of 131 out of 165 individuals who, before their deaths, played football either professionally, semi-professionally, in college or high school. 40% of those who tested positive were the offensive and defensive linemen who come into contact with one another every play, according to numbers shared by the brain bank with Frontline. So it's the CTE, basically, is what this comes down to. Chronic traumatic encephalopathy.
Yeah.
Damn. Any idea why this would be interesting to me?
Because you don't want your kid to play football.
Oh, no, I don't want him to play because of things like this. It's because I know that if they were to, after I die, if they were to check my brain, they'd find that.
Mm-hmm. And they'd probably find it in mine and lots of other people.
Yeah. So I've had...
It's a very traumatic sport. I mean, but going into it, I mean, now more than ever, but Come on, whenever they were playing back in the day, like they were clotheslining each other and shit. Like you were trying to end someone's career. You knew you were causing damage. It's not it was made worse by the NFL trying to kind of cover up, the studies, but come on. Like, there's been plenty of brain damage in football.
Yeah, but I don't think...
It's repeated concussive force.
Right.
Like, that is going to cause severe damage.
So, I had 7 concussions growing up playing football, and not one of them made me think... There was no point at which, until I had my 9th one, which was at work as an adult, that I thought there are going to be really severe long-term effects of this. And I currently feel them every day.
Yeah, but there's also lots of things people do to themselves that they don't think about until later, and they're like, oh shit, this is gonna...
Right. I mean, that's the nature of being human, kind of. Like,
I mean,
I'm gonna go have fun now.
Look at myself. I've had plenty of good food, but in a couple of years, whenever I have a massive heart attack, that's gonna be like, well, maybe I should have not had that cheeseburger.
Right.
Maybe I should have had a quinoa salad instead.
No, it's some
avocado toast.
It's kind of fascinating because I was watching the NFL Top 100 the other day, and I've had stop kicking me.
Now I keep thinking about it. I didn't think about it before. I didn't realize we had ever touched feet ever until just.
I've talked about not wanting my son to play ball for sure.
But if he wants to play, you're going to stop him?
I don't know how I could.
If he says, I want to play football, are you going to, you going to tell him no?
I don't know yet. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I have to...
I mean, that's a future thing, so that's future Adam's problem. Let him worry about it.
Well, I don't know how you say that to your kid.
You
want to let him...
You just go, no.
Well... Yeah, I mean, right now, if he, say he just suddenly, instead of being 9 months old, he's 9 years old, and he walks up here and goes, I want to play football, the answer is no. Mm-hmm. But I need to learn more, and
Well,
but the thing is,
I figure now more than ever, they're trying to make it better, okay? It's still going to be bad for your brain. It's right. It's still football.
Yeah.
It's a contact sport. I mean, but you're still going to get hurt in any sport. So there's probably less traumatic brain injuries in baseball. But there's still going to be plenty getting beamed in the head by a 100-mile-an-hour fastball is definitely going to put you out. Plenty of slides into bases and things like that. Maybe in soccer with heads, going for a header. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. No, that is... pretty concussive. They've started to show a lot of evidence. Like, they don't let kids do headers in practice at all. No, it's just it's really tough because
I can't think of a sport where something like that. Maybe volleyball, as long as you don't
catch one in the face, fuck you up.
No, but I mean, what sport golf. Can you not?
Golf and tennis.
Tennis, maybe you can catch a good one, knock you out.
I don't know. I mean, although I haven't been hit by one from fucking. Roger Federer.
Probably golf, yes. So you just have your son play golf.
Well, it's really tough because, like I said, I was watching the NFL Top 100 and I was like, So I look back on my time playing football. Not only was it some of the greatest experiences I've ever had in my life, but it was also a fucking terrible idea. I mean, there were times when I got knocked unconscious in games and then went back in. But I was watching those highlights,
and I also now though, but at least we're talking about early 2000s. This is before the NFL's whole scandal with their hiding the fact that there were all those concussions. There's been, because of the scrutiny now, there's more emphasis on especially kids' health. So more schools are having to employ full-time athletic trainers and doctors to be on the field to test for concussion protocols. We had a guy and then a bunch of girls who were, taking it as a course. That was it.
Mm-hmm.
There's only so many things you can watch. They have teams now of actual legit professionals.
Yeah, but those people aren't going to stop anything from happening.
They should, but there's also, yes, they could be the one, the big time head coach that always wins state champions will probably try to override him in some form or fashion.
No, I'm saying they can't stop the things that happen on the field from happening.
No, but they could.
You go low on a guy and catch a fucking knee to the head. It's unavoidable.
But they could pull you out, and then now they can sit you out until because they think you have a concussion or you have concussive like symptoms to keep you from again injuring your brain on the next play.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it got me thinking watching all those highlights the other day. How much I love football.
Oh yes.
I mean, I fucking love it.
Yeah, but us talking right now hurts my brain because I'm thinking about some of the hits I've taken.
Yeah, but I can't.
But it's so fun.
I can't picture a scenario where I'm okay with my son playing or with the game. And this is really painful to say. I can't picture, I'm not okay with the game continuing to look the way it does. I would still be just as interested watching the Antonio Browns and Julio Jones and Ezekiel Elliott's of the world play flag 7-on-7 football. Honestly. I'm sure I'm a very rare case.
That would be, but see, they had that in a minor fashion with arena football, in that it's fast paced and stuff.
No, but that's not. You don't have to change the way the fucking structure of the game is played. You just take out the contact. It's like
but then you're playing 7-on-7.
That's what I'm talking about. 7-on-7 football,
and that's kind of boring. You want to see people watch. We are still no better than the Romans of the day.
I love watching the UFC, which is way goddamn worse than football. Yeah.
This is straight up blows to the head.
I know. That's
trying to take someone out.
So I started thinking about it, and I was like, if you had gone back to... I started playing football when I was 8 or 9, right? Yeah.
I was playing as soon as I could. I don't know. When's the first time you could do Pee Wee football?
Now it's 5. But
I don't think it was that.
I was 9 years old when I started playing contact football.
I started with flag. I did whenever, as soon as you could do flag football. I don't know how old it was. I started with flag and then everything.
Oh, yeah. I just started full tilt.
I played football.
And we used to have drills called Bull in the Ring.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, where you just have a circle of guys around you and just fucking smash heads over and over. 9 years old.
Death Alley.
Yeah.
Things like that. Yeah, where you just in a row and just...
But I was thinking about it, and I was like, if somebody sat down with 9-year-old or even 12-year-old or 15-year-old... when I really started coming into my prime, Adam Bruin, when they were like, when you're 30 years old, every time you get up off the couch, your vision's going to go away and you're going to want to fall the fuck over. I probably still would have played football.
Oh, you definitely still would have played. You go, that's future Adam's problem.
Yeah. I'd be like, you're wrong. It's not going to happen to me.
Even if they came back with your brain scan and go, no, look at you.
Yeah.
You won't care. You're still going to want to play football.
Yeah. You're going to forget conversations you had an hour after you had them. No, I'll be fine.
No, I have terrible memory.
Yeah.
Which probably is attributed to football.
Severe nightmares and all kinds of shit.
I don't know if I've had severe nightmares. Like night terrors? I don't know if I've had that.
Almost to that level. My doctor, my neurologist told me that a lot of my depression
I could
is
just be
very likely related to
head
concussions.
Trauma.
Yeah.
Might just be that I forget the...
Yeah, could be.
Such bad memory that I don't even remember the trauma.
So I'm really struggling with that conversation with my son, which is so far away, but it's if somebody had told me that, I would have...
But next thing you know, you're going to wake up one day and he's going to be 9 years old.
I know.
I mean, can you imagine we're 30? Every time I think about that, it's like, I'm about to be 31. Where the fuck is the time gone? I still feel like I'm 16 years old.
What is it?
I mean, I don't have the 16-year-old energy anymore.
There's something, I think I heard it, I want to say I heard it on podcast because that's where I get 99% of my information, that every male basically kind of always views themselves, no matter how old they are or what situation they're in, they always have the way they see themselves internally. I think they said it was somewhere the 13 or somewhere between 13 and 16-year-old version of themselves. So however you behave and view yourself and the confidence you have and all that stuff, it's that kid that's where you're living, even if you're acting as an adult, having adult conversations, but the person you're bringing to the party is actually, it was somewhere in that age range, but it's not a grown-up. So So when I get into situations where I have to be dominant and confident and like still be appeasing, that's why it's kind of a struggle for me to be that more appeasing, gentle, calm side, because 15-year-old me was like, fucking, let's kill everybody and do everything and be awesome at every, like just fucking balls to the wall.
I've had moments like that I can remember one at work where someone was just like straight up telling me, no, we're not going to do this. Like, I was like, no, this is the way we're doing it. We always do it this way. This is when we need to do this, and having a calm conversation with them, and they were just straight up denying me at all, like not even acknowledge me, and like just straight up telling me no. And I was like, my blood pressure rose. I felt it. I felt like all of it, just the rage just flowed through me. I was like, I probably swelled up and was just like ready to just kill someone.
Yeah.
And I had to as soon as it immediately happened, I knew what was happening. And I know my tone was probably still bad, but it still was like I immediately tried to bring it back. But there was that thing that's inside of me was let loose, and it just rushed over me. I felt it. And I was like, I'm going to kill. And then I was like, I am an adult and work. Calm the fuck down. Yeah. But I was just like in a massive rage. I was like, because nothing pisses me off more than someone just straight up like not having a conversation, like just shutting down. Even if we are not in agreement, we have not been in agreement, but as soon as someone just shuts down on it and not like have an adult conversation is whenever I lose my shit.
Yeah. So
because that is the most aggravating thing to me, is to not be responsive.
Yes.
Just to cut it all off, like, is whenever I lose it.
I try to, part of my selling system has a lot to do with transactional analysis, and you can come from 3 stages: parent, adult, or child. And in business, you always want to come from the adult, basically. You want to handle things like, here's this information, let's analyze it, let's make the most logical decision, so on and so forth. Mm-hmm. But you get into parent and child all the time, especially in buying and selling. It's those constant battles between those two forces. So trying to identify when you're about to go there is like the hardest thing. And once you can identify those triggers and know your way around them, you can make a lot of progress. But yeah, I mean, there are those points, man, when,
well, you can't do nothing. Your body does that turn, and you can't.
Yeah, I usually just have to I need a minute, and I'll just walk away.
Well, luckily, her boss was right behind me, like at his desk. So I immediately turned around to shift the conversation to him. It's like, I'm getting nowhere with you.
Yeah.
So I'm going to
talk to a grown-up. Yeah.
So I immediately turned around to get his attention, because I was like, I am about to lose my shit here.
Beat you to death with a stapler. You know how hard that is?
So, yeah. But I was like, I felt it. I was like, but also, I mean, it felt good. I felt like recently, I felt trapped. Like, where is that thing I used to have, that energy, that, I don't know, that base, like animal instinct I used to have, that it's no longer there, that like it felt good whenever it washed over me. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, I feel alive right now. I just want to fucking do something. Yeah. And I was at work. I was like,
adrenaline feels good.
Yeah, it was so good. But I had to shut it down, because like, I got to be a professional here. I don't want to get fired. Like, I am like been working on a steady incline here of trying to increase my visibility in my career path, and becoming a higher person up within the company. That would have immediately shot me down if I had lost it.
A little bit.
Because it's happened once. It happened once with the guy who did the same thing. And I was like, at that point, I guess maybe because it was a dude versus a woman, like I tend to not be that way with females. I try to not engage them that way, because again, I do not I'm growing up a Southern boy. You don't attack women and things like that.
Yes. Treat them with respect.
Unless they want to. If you want to go toe to toe, that's your fault then.
I had a girl fight me once.
That's her fault. At that point, like, I'm not going to hit you, but the minute you start to want to go toe to toe, I'm sorry, but that's whenever you
Yeah, if we just start throwing all self-respect out the window, then if we need to go there, we'll go there.
Yeah, but for the most part, it was like I immediately shut it down. I was like, okay, no, like that was like a turn around. But him, I was like, motherfucker, listen to me. You're gonna do it this way. I'm tired of telling you to do it. Just fucking do it. And I left, but it was not quiet when I said it. It was very fucking loud. I was not happy.
Yeah.
And I got in trouble.
I would think so.
But my boss knew who I was dealing with, and he knew me, so he's like, okay, I have to talk to you about this. I understand what happened. Like, I wasn't here to see it, but I kind of got what was going on. You can't do that. You know you can't. I know you're not. I know you know that it was bad, and I know you didn't mean. And like now you understand you shouldn't have done it. You know, and you were lost in the heat of the moment because he has had the same thing as me. Like he had the same issue sometimes before, like having to become more of an adult and try to handle adult situations like that versus wanting to just blow up.
Yeah.
So he understood. So he's like, but I have to verbally, reprimand you for this. And I was like, no shit. I understand. Like, this is not a surprise. Like, I understand. Like, it should happen. Like, I lost my cool.
Yeah. I'd be worried if you didn't.
That'd be worse. So,
am I just allowed to tell everybody to fuck off? Yeah. You guys are firing me tomorrow, it sounds like? Okay, good. Well, then, fuck you. You're cool.
Who's coming with me? But yeah, that was...
Sometimes, dude, you got to let the fucking beast, like, there's so much shit that might build up. You just let little things slide, and you're like, oh, no big deal. And eventually that shit all fucking builds up. And like today I was driving, man, and I got into this part of town I'd never been, and I was in a hurry to get home after having a frustrating trip to this car dealership and all this shit. And I just had to, I let out a fucking roar. I haven't yelled like that in so long. My eyeballs hurt.
Ooh, just the pressure?
Yes. I was like, I'm going to have a fucking stroke. I was like, you got to calm down. But I was like, man, there must have been something in there. Like something hidden that I forgot about.
That repressed anger that just suddenly just exploded.
That time my dad fisted me when I was a kid, just fucking finally let it out. What? Yeah. So, that for me, like, I can't.
It's okay. It's a safe space.
And you know why I feel so much better? Because I came home and got in a killer workout. That for me is it. Like I have to physically fucking.
Well, yes, and that's probably some of the issues I've had lately. Is not that
just let it go.
I haven't exerted my energy physically. So.
Well, maybe you could put it into. Excuse me. Put it into something else, like writing that book you were talking about. It probably doesn't take a lot of effort out of you. How have you not got one of those under-desk little blowjob machines at this point? Did you just sit there and it's like...
Because that costs me money, and I don't spend my money.
Oh. You could probably make one for... I'm going to bet $50.
As soon as I buy a house, of course, I'm going to make a bunch of shit.
You can't build a murder house.
But yeah, no, it's... No, my mom has instilled, like, not spending money. Like, she's always been like, it's a want versus a need has been... heavily ingrained in me that there's been plenty of times. Like I immediately went home after our podcast and started pricing out parts for a new computer, and I was like, it's gonna cost me $2,000. I really, really, really want this, but do I need it?
Yep.
No.
Yeah, just like the rifle I had to pass on. So I just found, I don't know how it took me so long, but this new subreddit called Gun Deals, and god damn it, I wish I hadn't found it. Because every fucking day, man.
Tons of great deals.
Dude, there was this AR yesterday that priced so beautifully, but I just spent a bunch of money on a trip to Vegas and then my wife's birthday present.
Wait, you're going to Vegas?
Yeah.
We just talked about last podcast.
About not going.
About not going to Vegas.
I changed my mind. Mostly my wife talked me into it. She was like, you need a fucking break. Just go.
But we could have gone and done something.
Well, we can still go and do something.
Yeah, but you don't want to spend money in Vegas. You don't like Vegas.
I'm pretty sure I'll have fun.
Well, no shit. I have fun too when I go. That's not the same thing. Yeah. We could have, instead of spent that money on that, we could go down to Glen Rose. I could go back, get a cabin and fucking go shooting all goddamn weekend long, and then drive their fucking cars into the forest and get stuck.
Well, we can still do that.
But still,
I'm not broke. But so I had to weigh that decision on a gun. I'm having to do it every day now. I got to get off this fucking subreddit.
You have to get off that subreddit. You're doing it every day.
Because, I mean, it's on my front page constantly, just like this deal, that deal.
You got to stop following it. You have to, or you're going to spend a lot of money on guns. I'm going to show up one day, and you're going to have, like, a new handgun and an AR.
Yeah, an AR-10. The next gun I buy, no matter where I find it, it's going to be a 308. Like, no questions. I want a fucking 308 so badly. So, that's the route I'm going, man. Gonna jump on there. One of these days is gonna be something too good to pass up. And Papa's gonna be cleaning out a new barrel.
Maybe that's why I should get Airsoft, because I like shooting, but maybe to keep the actual guns away. Just get into Airsoft.
Yeah. Yeah, I still want to try. We should go to one of those places and...
It looks like so much fun.
Join a team. We'll name ourselves the Crash Bandicoots.
Nice. Dear Bandit, I'm Coots.
Okay.
I don't know.
Was there a sidekick in that game?
There was that mask in like the second one or something.
Why do I feel like there was a sidekick at one point?
I don't know. We'll find out. I'll buy the remake.
There you go.
Come out soon.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that'll be good. Oh, man. Well, what else is on your mind, sir, for episode 18?
There were, I had more topics. I should have written them down, but I got so caught up in Airsoft. That's all I wanted to talk about.
Yeah, man. This is why you should write down what's on your mind.
Look, I just get into
We've
things.
talked
I don't
about
write
this.
It down. It's
not hard. You fucking have... It's 3 clicks on your phone to get to your Notes app. In fact, you don't even have to do that. You can just go, open my Notes app. And then the phone literally opens your goddamn Notes app for you. And then you just push one more button and you just talk to it, and then it puts the words on the screen.
Oh, does it
It's fucking magic.
It has dictation? I didn't know
Are you shitting me? Yeah. Yeah, so if I sit here and record this, it's going to type out for me everything that we talk about.
I didn't know it had
and then when
dictation.
I'm finished, I'm done. No work. Look at that. I mean, word for word. There you go.
I didn't know that. I will look
It's
into
still
that.
fucking doing it.
It's cool. I didn't know it had dictation. I will look into that. What have I been looking at? Watching stuff on... Let me get out my phone then. See what have I been looking at. I've been looking at videos on Instagram of hot ladies. I like watching hot ladies on Instagram. That's all I do on Instagram is just follow hot chicks.
The number one... Well, I don't want to say number one, but one of the greatest follows on Instagram is Ariel Winter.
I follow her, of course.
Man, I don't know how the people on that show make her look so frumpy, but
they do a good job, right?
Christ, they do a magical job.
So far, right now, like a bunch of like I want to say like the first 15 or 20 videos are just Airsoft. Before we found getting down to doomsday shelters and things like that.
Oh, come on!
Not a prepper thing. Not like
okay, no bullshit. When I build a house, I'm putting in a panic room.
Okay.
So
I've been looking at shipping container homes. I thought that's a cool idea.
Yeah, cheap as fuck.
Yeah.
Aluminum houses are cheap as shit to build.
Yeah. I was thinking about that. I was like, man, I could, for like $5,000, you could buy a 40-foot shipping container new, I think. Like one, so you don't have to deal with the smell of whatever used to be in there.
Yeah, a little bit of insulation, some ventilation.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah. I mean, that might actually be a good idea in terms of buying some land.
See?
And then instead of getting a trailer...
That's why I think that's better. Plus, what you do is you bury it, okay? Partially bury it. Helps with keeping temperatures down, especially in the Texas heat.
Mm-hmm. I like this. I like this idea.
I was watching a YouTube video of a couple who bought 2 of them, put them together, all right? So now they have, a decent size.
A double wide.
Yeah. They buried it.
It actually only would be 16 feet wide, but like 40 feet long, 16 feet wide, I mean, that's good enough to live in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and they're completely off the grid. So they have, solar panels with backup generators, rainwater catchers and things like that, and then recycled water.
Man, you're really making me want to fucking set up a little compound.
It's a good idea, and plus I think it's smart because it's cheaper too. The only issue I have with it is because I am a dork and I like technology, so I need internet.
Yeah, but you know what my favorite thing about this concept is? There's no goddamn maintenance on the fucking house. I'm so sick of taking care of this fucking house. Shit. I was talking with a guy about that today, about fucking my stupid fucking lawn guy didn't come today. He's got all this, you know, I have a guy who comes and does like all the major shit I don't want to do, trimming the fucking trees and all the, like pulling major weeds and all that bullshit, and he's got to cut down a tree. And he was supposed to come today and he didn't because it rained, but he didn't even fucking call. And I was telling some guy, I was like, when I build, I'm going to put in all artificial grass. And then I thought, I was like, well, wait a minute. How do you have trees if you have artificial? I mean, do you have fake trees or palm trees?
Oh, you can have real trees because they would just still.
They need a place to root
in the soil.
I guess way underneath the artificial grass, because eventually that shit's going to sprout smaller trees. Like trees sprout smaller trees. Mm-hmm. So how do you? I don't know. But I'm so fucking tired of dealing with grass and weeds and fucking trees and bushes, and I hate it. If you have
a buried thing, you'd still have nothing but a yard, because that's all you'd have if you buried it, and then you had to mow on top of your house.
Yeah, but I wouldn't give a fuck at that point. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd just be in the house.
But it's pretty cool, and the fact that what they did was they left the doors on it, but they built in a patio, so they could essentially lock it down. But they leave it open, and then they have like a screen door, like a door and like a front and everything like that. But if, say, severe weather comes, close that shit.
Man, that's the way to do it. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna start looking into shipping containers.
There's plenty of companies that build too, specialty ones like that. But I was like, man, that would be pretty awesome.
Why don't you just do that instead of getting a house?
Because I got to buy land, and that's involved. I just want, for now, I want just a house.
God damn it, it gets old.
I know. I get it.
I love it, though. Yeah, I mean, it is great. I was actually telling my wife today, we were doing something. I made steaks for dinner, and I was looking in the fridge, and I was like, where the hell's the meat? And she goes, it's in the outside fridge, out in the garage. And now we've got 2 fridges in the garage. And I was like, I walked out there and I was just kind of thinking to myself, I was like, man, 3 years ago, I couldn't have dreamed that I'd have a fridge in my garage. I mean, I know it's a simple thing, but like, I wasn't a 2-fridge guy. I never saw myself being a 2-fridge guy, much less a 3-fridge guy. I was like, really come a long way. Like, it's the little things.
Yeah.
But then I started comparing this house to our first house, and I was like, we really have come a long way.
Yeah.
That first house was not great.
But so it's a house.
Exactly. But it just made me feel good, because I was like, hey, I'm a 2-fridge guy, 3-fridge guy. Like,
yeah.
I know a guy who's got 7. He's got 4 freezers and 3 refrigerators.
Really?
You know them. You know the guy.
He does?
Yep.
What the fuck? Well, he does have lots
he
of
hosts
parties.
400-person parties.
Yeah.
So, yeah. He's got enough food for
so we can show off
fucking
his
army.
Pool and his slide and fuck that.
Yeah, so that's my new life goal, is to be a 4-fridge guy.
Yeah, I would like to be a 2-fridge guy.
Or just get a deep freeze for some meat.
And my parents have like a fridge outside plus the big freezer.
Yeah. I want one of those, I want like one of the custom built fridges that's got the front of it is just, matches the cabinets, the door panel. Mm-hmm. It's the way to do it. And then the toilets, that the actual tank and everything is in the wall, so it's just a seat that comes out of the wall. Those are the shit.
I like the thing, so I could put stuff on there. Like toilet paper whenever I run out.
Yeah, you put a little shelf. Nice, clean-looking shelf instead of a fucking toilet lid.
And whenever it starts to... when the thing doesn't seal right...
They have a different plug mechanism that you can get from where the fucking seat comes out. Like, it's totally different setup.
Oh.
Yeah. Then you get the bidet, just right up there.
Happy butt.
Fucking fantastic. It's the way to do it. Butt squeegees.
Yeah. I don't know. I was looking at those. So and then that has shelters got into it. I saw like the silo in Kansas that had been redesigned with luxury condominiums and stuff in it, which was fucking nice looking.
Yeah. Until a tornado comes through and rips that motherfucker apart.
It's a silo. It's buried underground behind a fucking 6
inches. When I hear silo, I'm thinking of a big grain silo.
Not grain silo. Missile silo.
Holy shit.
They took an abandoned missile silo and put in fucking like 18, 19 floors of
Oh wow.
Like high-end condos and like a pool area and.
Well, I need to see that.
And then they're working on the second one now because that one's all sold out.
Holy shit!
Each floor is your own condo, and it's like a big fucking missile silo. It's not like fucking huge.
Those things are like 60 feet in diameter or something.
They're huge.
In a circle.
Yeah, that's
so
all
fucking
yours.
cool.
Like one level is just yours, and then they have like communal levels. I think is what I understand. Like where the pool, like common area thing is. But yeah, now they're working on another one.
Damn, that's the way to do it. Build underground.
Mm-hmm.
Insulated.
Oh, well, one, it's in the middle of fucking nowhere. Two, it is maintained by a security force 24/7. Like,
oh, so it costs like $1 billion to live there.
It was like a couple million for each one.
Wow.
But I mean, it's like legit, like no joke. Military force watching the facility.
Jesus.
Like with a gate and everything, where you pull up, where they're like, "Who are you?" Like, I need like credential shit to get in.
Take a fucking blood sample.
Like, probably. Like, but like, look. I mean, so it's reusing military base equipment to,
Yeah. All right. Moving to Kansas.
It's middle of nowhere, Kansas. I was like, oh, that sucks. But
well, it doesn't if you own a jet and a helicopter and on everything else. I mean,
yeah.
Who gives a fuck?
But it's just like, man, like it was really nice, and like to simulate the outdoors, there's a bunch of LED screens that are essentially they're windows, so it simulates the outdoors.
Have you seen that new fucking plane? It's right now. It's just like a concept or prototype or whatever.
It looks like the open ceiling.
Well, but it displays. Yeah, it displays what's around you in real time, fully around the entire cabin of the plane, and it can do other simulations too. Like it can do space and all kinds of shit.
I'd see space because I'd be like, okay, that's not real. I'm not really in space. If they show me what's outside, I'd be like, I do not want to see fucking down there. I don't want to see BFE America right now while I'm flying over it.
Yeah. Pretty sweet.
I don't want to look down and see the actual Midwest. I want to look out and see the horizon of it. I don't want to look down and fucking see someone's farmland. I will shit myself.
Yeah.
No.
Well, I think the cooler thing to see would be above the plane.
Just more sky. I don't know.
I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be cool if they could fly you at like 45,000 feet. That way you could actually see some darkness.
The final frontier.
I wonder what the altitude is where you can actually start to see a little break in the, because 120,000 feet is the.
I have no clue.
Nor do I. Not going to try to fucking It's real high is where you can start to see the stars, and then a little lower is where you don't.
Okay. So yeah,
God, how fucking insane are we that we fly 6 miles above the fucking Earth? Why does it need to be? Well, I do know why. It's because of the cloud level. We need to be
at 200-something miles an hour.
Oh no, way faster than that. Yeah, our company plane is a slow plane, and it goes about 380 miles an hour.
500 miles.
So an airliner usually is doing between 5 and 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then there are jets that go real goddamn fast.
Yeah, and then there's
Yeah, man, those red eye flights, I think those fuckers go easily 600 miles an hour. Holy shit. Dude, the perspective, like the relative, I mean, this is why relativity is a real thing. If you were to do that speed at 200 feet, it would be the most astonishing thing ever. Like, to fly through the air.
Because of how quick it,
because of just, you wouldn't even fucking see it. Like, but there's nothing around you, and the perspective of the ground is so far away that the distance change is so limited.
Gradually, yeah.
Yeah. But if you were 200 feet off the ground flying through Kansas, you'd be shitting your fucking pants.
Well, it's just
600 miles an hour.
It's just like if you're driving 60 mile an hour on the highway, like, or you're on a road trip, and your dad's going 70 miles an hour down the highway, and you look over to the side and start watching
the lines.
Yeah, they just go.
Yeah. So I've gone 200 in a car, and that's when the rest of the fucking road looks like the street lights and the buildings. They're just.
Yeah. So have I had a Viper. That was scary as fuck.
Yeah, that's something else. I went 170 with a top down in a car once. That was uncomfortable. Because I like
the wind was
when I got to that speed, I was like, "Oh, if we flip, I'm leaving the fucking car. Like, I should probably slow down." Not a good idea. Oh man, I'd do it again though.
Of course.
Yeah, in a heartbeat. It's all that risk reward stuff. It won't happen to me.
Mm-hmm. And then it will.
Yeah.
So I've been. I told you earlier that I just started watching Black Mirror.
Yep.
I love its social commentary on the way the world is right now.
It's really interesting. I saw the episode with the Prime Minister one, and then the one where they're like living in that
cubes.
Yeah. With the guy who was in Get Out, which I finally saw, by the way.
Oh,
it's fucking awesome.
I haven't seen that yet. I know.
Gotta watch it.
There's tons of movies you need to see, and that is on the list. I think that's coming to Netflix soon.
That would be good.
I think.
So that episode was fascinating.
Yes. But I loved, I loved the Prime Minister one where he was forced to have sex with a pig to free a princess.
Yeah.
And I was like, I love the social commentary and that how quickly people turn on someone. And that like his approval rating was high and everyone was like, no, you shouldn't do it. No, that's terrible. Don't give in. And then immediately as soon as it looked like the girl was in danger, everyone just flipped shit against him.
Yeah. Well, you're a piece of shit for not doing this. Blah, blah, blah.
You're a piece of shit for not for going against the wishes of the captor. Now she's hurt, and it's all your fault. If you wanted to try that, if you just had sex with the pig, she'd been fine.
Yeah,
I was like, wow, like that is the way our world works right now. That people are just depraved. They will flip on someone that easily.
Well, they're so reactionary with no fucking facts most of the time. Mm-hmm. You know, it's just. I heard this guy does that, and well, that's a fact now, basically. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's no escaping just hearsay at this point.
I was just like, I couldn't believe it, and I was like, man, that is ridiculous. One, if I was him in that situation, I would have fired that woman on the spot because he wasn't even entertaining the idea, and because of that, now, like, shit just got bad.
Yeah, somebody ends up getting shot.
Yeah.
Ends up fucking a pig.
Yeah, he ends up fucking a pig for like over an hour because they were like, it's been going on for an hour, sir. Like,
because he had to finish, right? Wasn't that one of the rules? Yeah,
that was one of the rules. He had to finish.
Jesus.
Turns out she was released 30 minutes before even he started.
Yep, I know. It's fucking insane.
Yeah,
just sitting on a bridge.
Yeah, but that was the thing. I was like, that's totally where our world works. Is people will be so for you until something happens, and then immediately turn on you. Like, at that point, if it was me, I'd be like, fuck that bitch. She got took. Now she dead. I ain't fucking no pig. I would retire. I'd be like, I'm going to resign as prime minister. I'm done. Yeah. I ain't fucking no pig for this person. You're giving in, and we don't give in to terrorists. So, that bitch is going to die. My dick's going to stay clean.
Well, Les Grossman on her.
So.
Okay, Flaming Dragon. Fuck face.
So, and then the second one with now that you said that, I didn't realize that at first.
Yep. Same guy.
I was like, I was watching him, I was going, where have I seen this guy before?
He's very British.
Yeah. Yeah. But it was so good. And then how money and things can corrupt people. Even someone who is like so against it, ready to die, and then gives it all up for a better life.
That was the most shocking part of that episode, was like the turnaround right at the end.
Mm-hmm. I knew it was going to happen. I was like, well, at least based on what I had been watching in those first two episodes, I was like, okay, it's all about social commentary. And like that second one's all about consumerism and the way, we buy virtual shit. It does nothing for you physically. Like, it is virtual, and once it's gone, it's gone.
Yep.
Which before anyone gets mad, I've done plenty of times. World of Warcraft, I spent tons of money on like virtual fucking dragons and shit that were like cosmetic shit that I have no more access to because I don't pay for the game anymore.
Yeah.
I've just lost all that money. I spent hundreds of dollars on that shit.
I was gonna say gonna estimate you'd probably spend at least $1,000 on that game. You think?
With subscription fees and because let's see, I paid it for a couple of years at like. How much? I think it's like $10 a month. So say $120 a year for, let's say, came out late 2000s. I played it when we were still living together. 6 years.
Yeah, so that's $720.
So yeah. Plus again expansions. Base game's 50. Every expansion is 50. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so another $200 on that. No, actually, plus more because I bought some special editions, so close to another $300. And then, of course, all the virtual bullshit. Oh, and then the money I spent on the illegal gold buying. Because like you could purchase money, like you could spend real money for that virtual gold, and someone would deliver it to you in the game. Yeah, I've spent over $1,000.
Yeah.
Shit, I didn't realize I spent that much money.
Yep. Fucking adds up.
So yeah, there's that.
Yeah, that episode.
Now that's just it's gone. Like I don't have access to it anymore. Like maybe if I ever sign back up, I can obviously recuperate some of that stuff.
Yeah, but you can say the same about a lot of things. Like people could look at me going to the range and dropping, $150 on ammo and the time there and shit, and be like, well, what'd you get out of that? Yeah. I mean, everything you bought, it just disappeared a couple 100 feet away.
You just shot it away.
Yeah,
it's
it's
gone
like,
now.
Well, I mean, I got my enjoyment. I fucking enjoy it.
Yeah.
It's worth the money to me.
There was that entertainment value, but then there was just, again...
I think the thing that was really interesting about the Black Mirror piece was like there was the basically control, the hold that this quote unquote status, even though it wasn't a real thing, had over these people. Well, and what blew my mind was like they had to go and earn their credits to then go and be alone and pick content that eventually, if they didn't earn their credits, was forced upon them. Like that point where you had to keep watching the ads.
You had to watch the content. You could, if you wanted to skip it, you had to pay to skip it.
Yeah.
To brush his teeth, to wash his hands, to be clean, he had to pay for that.
Yeah. But a virtual character earned him that money. It was a very strange deal.
And then just to watch him, like he goes through that whole thing, and then they use him because again, like that's what people and corporations do. And money's gonna corrupt people, and that money, that freedom, that instead of living in that small cube, now he has what appears to be a giant house to live in, and where I couldn't tell if it was supposed to be that still more virtual stuff or if that was legit forest he was looking at.
Yeah, I don't know, but I mean, he basically at that point was like. He had his own show, so he was pretty much on 24/7.
Yeah, like he was just there. Like he was his set was half a cube to where it looked like he was still fighting the fight.
Yeah.
And then he would mainly just like, now I have my fresh squeezed orange juice and I'm going to put my tool away and live a good life.
Remember when you used to be able to slam a phone? You used to be able to slam it down and the person on the other can hear it. Fuck you. Cling. Now it's like, yeah, well, fuck you. I'll fold you up in my pocket. I don't want to get you damaged because you're past the warranty there.
Exactly. So then the third episode, which you haven't watched, is great though. It's a whole like memory episode. You have an implant that you can have. It's cloud storage of all your memories and things you see.
Wow.
So people are just watching like their lives from replaying stuff. Could you imagine like every time you said something, like if you said something like oh honey, I'll clean the gutters tomorrow. And, a week later you hadn't done it, and you go, what are you talking about? I never said I'd do that. And she goes, plays it back for you. Fucking shit. Guy gets fucking drunk and does some messed up shit, wrecks his car, and he plays it back because he's like, he just, I guess, came to from a drunken wreck. So he's like, what happened? And watched himself.
Jesus. So, and they don't have a way to erase it.
Yes, you can erase it.
Oh, because I was gonna say if they were,
because it's not saved. Like maybe you should have like the memories yourself, but I guess maybe because of they're so reliant on that technology, maybe they've kind of evolved to the point where maybe their memories aren't.
Well, I was gonna say if that kind of technology ever existed, it would basically be like some kind of government controlled shit where you can't erase it because they would want access to the.
Oh no, they use it. He goes on a flight someplace and they scan through his past like 48 hours. It was scanning people's faces to make sure he wasn't. I guess it was to like check who he'd been hanging out with to make sure he wasn't doing any illegal activities.
Wow.
So, but that was the thing. It's like see, he's looking at things. He can go back and start to see things he didn't see before, like stuff that maybe you'd see and you go, that was weird, but move on. Now he can recall it and start to play it back and start to now analyze what was going on in that moment, and he can start to see that something's going on with this dude and his wife.
That's interesting.
Spirals out of control.
I'll have to watch that because I did enjoy those episodes. Actually, now might be a good time because I don't have a lot of other shows on my plate since Fargo just wrapped up another fucking brilliant season.
I haven't watched that.
Oh my God, I love that show so much.
But I loved the third episode. I think it was really good.
Yeah, I'll have to give it a shot. I'll watch that. If you watch,
nope. I won't watch
Legend of the Seeker.
Of course, I'll watch Legend of the Seeker. I have it at home.
You make no sense, man.
What?
Just like your unwillingness to try new shit based on no fucking logic.
I just started watching Black Mirror.
But nobody suggested it to you.
There's been, you maybe not have, but there's been plenty of podcasts that recommended it. I was like, I'm going to give it a shot.
Well, there'd be plenty of people out there who'd recommend
There'd be plenty of people who would recommend Legend of the Seeker too.
No, there would not.
Yes, there would be.
About 4 of them.
Hey, that's
and they're all playing D&D in the same fucking basement right now.
Well, where are those people? Because I'm going to come hang out with those people.
Jesus.
But that's the thing, though. It just doesn't look. It hasn't caught me yet. I have to want to watch a show before I start watching it. It is not there yet. Okay, there's been plenty. Black Mirror has been sitting on my queue forever.
Mm-hmm.
I just haven't watched it yet. I just like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's
get and it's in its 3rd season now. I think. Yeah, there's a lot to catch up.
Well, they're not very long. Like the first season is 3 episodes. Second
season. Oh yeah,
season,
that's right. Yeah,
but they're like hour-long episodes. I think because it's British television, so they're not like American when we have 20 episodes in a season.
Yeah, 22 split in half, and fucking nobody knows when they're on.
Yeah, so that's the it hasn't appealed to me yet. I don't see the appeal. I mean, just like that Brickleberry show that was Tosh's, cartoon.
Yeah. No
there's Rooster Teeth. I love Rooster Teeth. They are in their 2nd season of their. It's called Camp. It's their animated show that they do. I haven't watched that. I haven't watched Red vs. Blue, and I don't know since season fucking 10, and I think they're on like 18 now.
God damn, they're still doing that show.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. It's ridiculous. How much shit can you come up with? There's like 7 fucking characters.
Keep making up bullshit, dude.
I guess you can just make a new guy.
No. I think it's all like the same. It's like been it's been a long time since I watched it, but it was all fucking intertwined. Where they started like kind of like taking some of the shit they just said in like their old episodes and actually making it like a bigger conspiracy that shit's going on that they don't know about. Like Church, like the douchebag. He's not. Well, at least what I've seen so far, which is really far behind, he's not human. He's an artificial intelligence. So that's why, like, whenever he was his whole ghost thing.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense.
He
with
wasn't
some
a
of
ghost. He was an artificial intelligence jumping from person to person.
Right. Yeah. Okay. I was like, that does make sense with some of the stuff that happened with him.
Yeah. Like he wasn't dead. He was never alive, and he never knew he was artificial intelligence. So the later seasons are them like him, telling him that he's not real. Tex, the badass woman, I believe she's also not real. She is the memories of Church is based. Church's artificial intelligence. It comes from the mind of Dr. Leonard Church, the guy who was head of the program. Like it was his memories and stuff. And Tex is like his girlfriend or something like that who died. So that's her. And he has like those memories of her to make her. So there's like shit tons of her clones or something going on. Like, It's been a long time since I watched it. I gotta watch it again, but
yeah,
like they've taken it so deep in different direction.
Interesting.
So, but there's like I said, I haven't watched that in forever. So there's just things I do and don't watch anymore. Like it has to appeal to me. I've seen Family Guy, Futurama, fucking everything. Ted. Have you seen Sirens before? It's that Dennis Leary ambulance show.
Oh yeah, I did want to watch that.
I think it's hilarious. I watched that. I watched all those thousands of thousands of times.
If you like Dennis Leary, you should watch his old comedy special from, like the late 90s. I wish I could remember the name of it, but he did the I'm an Asshole song on that.
I probably have. I used to watch a lot of that. So.
Yeah. He was fucking great,
but
man.
that's the thing. It's like, it has to appeal to me. And so far, F is for Family has not done it yet.
Well, if you watch it, you'll enjoy it.
Even though Bill Burr is the lead, I think I probably would like it, but it just haven't been in the mood for a new animated.
You through that fucking wall.
I have to be in the mood for that type of show, and right now I'm not in the mood for an animated TV show.
Hey, fair enough. As the great redhead himself would say, fair enough.
So that's why I haven't watched it. Maybe eventually I will watch it, but just not. I mean, I haven't watched Westworld.
Friendship over, podcast over. Goodbye. Good night.
I haven't watched it. I watched the first episode or two, and that's it. It did not grab me.
Oh my god.
Even though I hear it's amazing, but I mean, it did not. Just something. About
that's funny you say that. I wasn't in till the third episode.
Maybe that's
that 13 Reasons Why show was the same. The first two episodes, I was like, I'm the fuck out of here.
13 Reasons Why?
Yeah, the one we talked about, the suicide show.
Oh yeah, I haven't watched that either.
I was the same with that. First two episodes, I was like, fuck this shit. And then the third one, I was like, okay.
I usually give.
I like to give a show 6 episodes.
Yeah, I usually about 4 or 5 is what I try to do. But sometimes something else comes on that I want to watch instead. Or sometimes it's just so bad that I'm like, nope.
Yeah, I mean, there are some after 1 or 2, you're like, fuck this show. But I mean,
but Westworld is a good show. I did enjoy it, but it was just something about it. It did not. Maybe it was maybe the pacing in it was a little slow for what I was hoping it would be. So that's why it kind of turned me off a little bit. Where I was like, I don't feel like watching this right now.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't watched Ballers, and I really want to watch that, and I just haven't pulled the trigger on it. I should watch it. It looks like it's a great show.
It's so
I haven't
good.
I stopped watching, The Walking Dead after season 1. I haven't watched. I've watched 1 episode of Breaking Bad, and that episode was amazing, but I ain't gone back and watched any of it. But I mean, there's tons of great shows. I just haven't felt like watching.
Yeah. Some of those you definitely should.
Yeah.
Breaking Bad, I would say, is number 1 on that list.
I know. The 1 episode I watched was amazing. But it's just haven't felt like it. I have to be in a mood to watch a TV show about a drug dealer and his high school teacher.
Yeah, it is to the point, like, by the time you get to season 2 of that show, when you sit down to watch 2 episodes, you're going to watch 10 of them. Mm-hmm. You just fucking, I will stay up till 4 o'clock in the morning and just click next. Like,
yeah. That's why I had to be in it. And right now, apparently, I'm in a mood to watch some social commentary movie or TV shows, because I was legit, I was getting ready to start episode 4, and I was like, oh shit, I gotta get ready and go to Adam's house to record a podcast.
Yeah.
I was ready to sit down and just keep going. This is fucking awesome.
Yeah. Well, now you can get back to it, because it's late as shit.
Hey, we've been up here for a while. Had a lot of shit to talk about.
Yeah. Good to get caught up.
Yep.
So we will be putting this motherfucker on YouTube. This will be number 3 on YouTube, number 18 overall. We'll have a little celebration for number 20.
Celebrate good times. Come on.
All right. So come and find us. Whatsnextpod at Gmail. Whatsnextpod on Twitter,
Instagram,
YouTube. What else? Think about it.
What would you say? What'd you say? Email, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. That's it.
One more. Here's a hint.
Oh, Twitch. Forgot about the Twitch
That's
one.
that's probably a Fresh Prince episode you've never seen. Back up. Mind your business. That's all. Just mind your business.
Nope, haven't seen that.
When he teaches Ashley how to scare away a bully.
No.
God damn it, that show's so good. I know that show so well.
There's nothing I haven't seen.
Yeah. So anyways, those ways, please do shoot us some feedback at whatsnextpod at Gmail, or just Instagram comments if you want to.
Leave us a comment, yeah, definitely, for sure.
Let us know what's going on. So on the YouTube side, feel free to give us a thumbs up. And on iTunes, leave us a review. That'll be really helpful in terms of getting the word out about this little program. So that's going to wrap it up for 18. 19 will be coming at you soon. Maybe we can try to squeeze in a double episode day soon. Just fucking tell my family to kick rocks. I'm sure that'll go really well.
Let's have your wife on.
Yeah, she goes to bed early. So
we'll do an early podcast.
Yeah, we'll do a morning breakfast cast.
Ooh,
make some French toast that I won't be able to eat.
His wife makes delicious
fucking
food.
Great.
Yeah.
Yes, good times. We'll get it figured out. So hit us up on those mediums. Let us know if you have any questions, comments, concerns. Fill out our guest comment card and let us know how your experience was. We'll get you taken care of straight away. All right, we'll check you guys later. Goodbye. Killing shit, don't mind me. I'm just off light. I could sure use a Sprite. I'm thirsty as fuck. Who getting money that brain?
Who make hits that brain?
Who make the hits happen brain? Who run the whole operation that be brazy? All right, motherfucker, we live.
Oh, are we? Okay. Well,
if you don't know LD, then you don't know shit. That's Lil Dicky for the amateurs out there.
Featuring Brain.
Brain, the world's greatest rapper, for sure. No question. What's going on, motherfuckers? It's, what's this called?
What's Next Podcast?
Nope. Wonder What's Next Podcast.
Yeah, well, whatever. That can't even remember where we are.
We got a name, and we say some shit, and this is us.
What do I do with my hands?
Talking. Laughter. So, episode number 18, after a brief hiatus.
Yes.
You know, you can't, with the mic right here, you can't see my pretty face on the camera.
I can't see anything.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm not sharing the view of
us.
You. Although you are much less Jabba-like from that angle than before. When
I was watching the videos of the other two. I was like, fuck.
Bring me solo.
I do. When we did the first one we recorded on video, sitting next to each other, I'm like, I am twice as wide as you. Like, I know I'm big. I know I'm fat. I understand that.
Well, I've been slimming down, so I like to think it's because of me.
But that may be.
Let's just call it that I'm slimming down and not that you're getting bigger.
Okay, we'll go with that. It makes me feel better. But still, I'm looking at it, I'm going, fuck, I never see myself, because you don't ever truly see yourself in reflections and things like that.
You never see who you really are inside.
No. But I'm like, when I look at myself in the mirror, I don't think, I'm 2 widths of Adam. I don't look at that. And then I say this next to you and go, I am 2 widths of Adam.
Well, yes.
Shit.
Am I a measurement, like a cubit? Yeah. Am I a measurement? You're 2 atoms?
You're like a stone, you know?
Okay, nice. Yeah. So, this will be the 3rd episode to go on the interwebs. On the YouTubes. It's this cool new website. I don't know if you guys have heard of it, but they have videos on there.
What?
Yeah, like a lot of them.
A lot of them?
Do you remember when YouTube kind of first started? Do you... Well, like, when did you start fucking around on YouTube, you think?
Sometime in college.
Right.
Obviously in the early 2000s.
Okay. Mine was the same. For me, my freshman year of college was 2005, and I don't think to that point I'd ever heard of YouTube.
I don't think YouTube is a thing yet. Well, like a big thing yet.
So
because I remember it was mainly like the end of MySpace and the beginning of Facebook. I remember obviously.
Yes, back when Facebook was just the EDU
that you had to
address.
You had to be in college to.
Yeah, like when I first got on Facebook, it was at that point still just for TCU, and then the next year they went basically and opened it up to the fucking public and ruined it.
Yeah. You couldn't get on it at the time when we first.
Well, no, because
had an EDU website.
That's right. It was 06 that they opened it up to other schools, and then 07 they opened it up to the public.
Was it
that's
07?
What it was.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I remember my sophomore year we could start connecting. Holy shit! Smack the shit out of this microphone. We can start connecting with people at other schools.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice that that's going to be an obstruction this whole time.
Keep your hands to yourself.
Don't give me no lines and keep your hands to yourself. Yeah, so
That's what we're doing. So yeah,
I got into YouTube watching freestyle rap videos.
Oh, really?
Guys like Cicero the Virus. By the way, anybody out there who's a fan of hip hop, read Dollars. If you want to watch some old school, like badass fucking freestyle battles, read Dollars, Cicero the Virus. Who else, man? There were all kinds of. There was like
me, 'cause that's
videos of
your thing.
Cannabis doing some freestyles. A lot of Eminem's old Wake Up Show freestyles were on YouTube back then. So that's what first got me into the site. And then of course, like the fail videos had a big.
Yeah.
You know, they had their moment in the sun, I guess. What else was real popular on YouTube back in the day? Fucking Epic Mealtime for sure.
Yeah,
that was more like
later.
2012, 2011.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of what was early on, man. Like there was just
cats, probably. Lots of cats.
Cats doing shit.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't really remember watching the whole lot of YouTube.
Now I think you can show tits on there. I think they've gotten to the point.
If it's for art.
Okay. What? How do you define that?
So if you're doing body painting, you can show tits because, and I bet you can show dick too. I bet you can show everything as long as you like, because it's painting, because it's art, an art form.
Mm-hmm.
You can show it. You can't just like show your tits for no reason. Like you're just like, oh, look at me, look at my tits. Like you can't do that.
Okay.
Because that is you expressing yourself, but you would have to really try to.
That's just mild pornography.
Yeah.
Huh. We should try it. All right, dick's coming out.
Get paint first. Go downstairs and get some paint.
That's right. Yeah, we have a bunch of finger paint because we've been 4 girls finger paint. No, we put we tried this deal where you put like kids finger paint in Ziplocs, a couple different colors in a Ziploc, and like seal the shit out of it, like tape it shut, and you let them kind of mash it around and mix the colors and stuff, and it teaches them that their hands can like, you know, make the color. It's just a coordination and like an aesthetic thing. So we do, oddly enough, have a bunch of like kids paint downstairs.
You know what I always want to try is that sandbox that uses that you use like a projector for 3D mapping, and then whenever you could take the sand, like if you pull it apart, it would change the elevation and start to add water, like it would like water and stuff.
Those things are fucking amazing.
Or you could like push it together and then make mountains, and you'll see like the elevation change.
Yeah, they're like called a 3D sand table or something like that.
Yeah, but they're well, I'm not gonna say they're easy to make, but they're simple to make.